firing up. Yep, we're good. We're started. Yay!
Okay. All right. So where we left it, we were on Cascade Road or nearby. We were waiting for Flair to turn up, and he's due to turn up in the next 40 minutes or so.
And we were all doing various things.
And you're all up doing your own thing at the moment. So Cass was wandering around looking surreptitious. Magpie had gone to find a bit of greenery to sit around, and everybody's just sort of killing time, I think, until somebody spots Flair. A-Grade said he was going to have a look at in windows and things, but he's not going to be very lucky in that respect. Yes, so there we are. Unless anybody wants to do anything important, I will roll the dice.
I'll just make that full screen. There we go. That's better. Oop.
All the D10s.
Ooh. No headphones today.
Is there any way I could make the other people hear me while we're playing Right Silly Bastards?
Can hear you excellent today for a change.
Yeah. And this is the thing, it's fucking better apparently for everybody else without them, so fuck it, I don't care.
Yeah. Awesome. So you're just using the microphone built into the laptop then?
Yep, the mic that must be right there alongside the camera.
Wow.
Very good.
D10s.
Don't forget, A-Grade, that Lawson did warn you last session. As soon as Hendrika appears, it's going to be counted as a new scene, so you'd have to respend your flight, invisibility, and attunement, which is 5 QP in total.
Yeah, that's a lot, but I might just stay invisible and maintain telepathy so I can be called upon. Because at the moment I'm still glowing.
No, your psychic link's free. Telepathy costs.
Yeah.
But you'd still have to spend your attunement. If you're not going to fly, it's going to be 3 quantum point, 1 for attunement, 2 for flight. Invisibility, sorry.
Yeah, you won't be keeping telepathy going. Telepathy's a one-shot thing when you're trying to do something to one person. It's your psychic link that allows people to talk to you, and that's free. So, okay. So as you're waiting, the clock eventually ticks around to after 11:30, and when he's about 5 minutes away from the shop, which is about where Magpie is. Magpie, you will spot an old man who looks just like the man in his photo, walking through the park on his way to Orion's grocery store.
King, A-Grade, get ready for the resend. Eyes on Hendrik, he's passing the park now on his way to the shops.
Right, I'm going to start having to spend fucking quantum if I'm going to be invisible and telekinetic.
Well, you're on spend points for being invisible. As I say, telekinesis is a single spend for a single action, so...
DK, what's that big grey box on your webcam?
That is a special place
Okay.
where things happen. like
It's your dice rolls. Right, okay. Got you.
yeah, I haven't finished tidying it up.
He walks through the park, he doesn't give you a second glance, Magpie, and he carries on towards Cascade Road, heading in the direction of Orion's grocery store.
Cool. Spend a quantum, activate Mr. Nobody, and get up and hail him in a moment.
Okay.
Oh God, where's all the pencils gone?
What's everybody else doing? Are you making your way towards the place, or are you staying where you are?
I'll be slowly walking towards the place.
Okay.
Just
Because unless A grade tells you, you don't know he's on his way.
Exactly. I was going to say I don't know yet.
No.
No, that's
Well, I was just making
I
my
was
way
across the
there
road, wasn't
anyway.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't I across the road out of the way?
That's a good point. I shall do a psychic bing to everybody. Bing. Target acquired. Walking across the street towards the.
No, he's
shop.
just passed. When I contacted you, I said he's just passing through the park, which is a few blocks away on his way to the shops. So,
I'll tell everybody he's on his way in. Nico just called him as the other side of the park. He'll be coming out in about 30 seconds. How close do I need to be for telepathy? It's line of sight, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ooh. Because basically, the single most important thing we can do now is get the location of Teehee.
yeah, if he's thinking about it.
But also, I've got memory abilities. I don't know whether that means I can see memories.
It's adjusting memories.
Yeah.
It's not the same.
I don't need to get down and next to him and run the risk of being bumped into while I'm invisible.
Basically, you'd need a lot of successes to find a very specific memory. That's why usually you question people or get them in situations where their surface thoughts betray them. And that's what makes it easier.
How are we going to engineer her surface thought? Has somebody got a photo of her? Do we want to be so crass as to show him a photo to provoke a thought?
Didn't we have on where is it?
yeah, the holocube, which
That's right.
Bookworm has.
Yes.
Yeah, I've got it across the way.
It's a bit of a blunt instrument because it will tip our hand.
Who are you talking to at the moment? Because you can only psychic link to one person.
Scribe, you still got that holocube?
What? Yeah, of course.
So, I'm going to try and get into his mind and find her location. If that's a bust,
So I'm
what
going
do
to
you
stay.
think?
I'm going to stay across the road, find a quiet spot to open the holocube up and actually examine it, so that he can see what I'm seeing. If that's the way it works.
I know you've got it. I just wanted to make sure you had it on you.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought you were trying to access it. That's all. Sorry.
Okay, so the options are: number one, you sitting there innocently looking at her picture in his line of sight when he goes past, so he accidentally sees it. Option two, you run up to him and make it blatant that you want him to look at this picture.
Mm,
Um,
Do you know what I mean?
I think there's hazards involved there.
There is, but we're on a big payoff, high risk job.
Okay. Are you asking me to go over with this right now?
Let me try and get into his mind first. I'm gonna try and get into his brain with telepathy.
I'll wait across the street.
Okay, he walks around into line of sight onto Cascade Road, and so you can try your perception and telepathy roll.
So telepathy, that's 2 quantum there. So perception.
It's 3 and telepathy is 1, so that's 4 dice.
It's not very many dice, is it?
That's quite a few.
Although that's not a bad fucking roll. 2 successes, one of which is a 10. But I don't think that's got any bearing on normal dice, does it?
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. So you can try and read through his mind and his memories and things. Now, normally what happens is for each success, you get 1 fact. However, if something is very close or very private to someone, it requires more successes to read. So, for instance, and it says in the rules, for very intimate or personal thoughts, they require 3 successes. Criminal activity information which the character could be blackmailed with require at least 4 successes, and deepest, most hidden thoughts or facts require 5 successes. So you go through his surface thoughts, and you pick up that he is going to be buying tea for 2 people, and then he's going to go home.
I I understand what you're saying. I reserve the right to be frustrated.
Can I just say out of character, I have got Mr. Nobody up. Nobody else knows I'm doing this, but my whole option at the moment is to stay back and just tail him.
Yeah.
So whatever he does.
Alright. Psychic link to Scribe.
Yeah, what's up?
I didn't get a ping off him. I got surface level crap only. Do you want to go to level 1 of sitting there near the shop when he comes out, looking at the holocube of Teehee?
I can do, yeah. I'll just literally sit outside. I'll have a whatever, yeah, the holocube out and just.
You know what I mean? You
I know.
just so happen to be there. You just so happen to be. It's not so blatant as to run up to him and say, "Have you seen this girl?"
Yeah,
But that's an option. That would really provoke something, but it'd also make it obvious
that
we
he's
latched onto him.
under
Did you hear
attention.
what
Yeah.
Lawson said?
Yeah.
He's buying tea for 2 people.
Buying tea for 2, and we can definitely trail him. But is it necessarily obvious that it's going to be her back at
Can I
home?
have the tea? Lawson. Jeez.
Yeah. I still think that I'd head over there. It makes sense that I'd get over there and at least get myself in position. Maybe wait for him to come out the door and then pop the hologram open and and have it come to light in front of him. I'm just like looking at things and browsing stuff. See if
I'm
it gets a
gonna
reaction.
bring Nico with Psychic Link.
What?
Nico, listen.
What?
All I've got is surface stuff. He's buying tea for 2. Do you think that's enough justification to trail him home where he goes?
I was going to trail him home anyway.
Yeah. Do you think it's a given? That
I
it's
had
going-
every thought in my brain that you guys were going to go the hard option and fuck
Yeah.
everything up. So I'm just staying out of the way and trailing him.
Listen, I've got an idea. I want to run it past you because you're nice and cynical. Having Scribe sitting outside the shop just so happens to look at the holocube of her in order to provoke a flash that I can ride in on his thoughts.
If you can do that, give it a go, but it might spook him up. But spooking him up's not a problem for me. I can track him.
Right, let's go for it, man. Thank you. Back to Scribe. Go for it. Fire up the holocube when it comes out.
Okay, I'll go and wait outside the front of the shop. Just find a comfy seat, like I'm a bit of a street character. That's it.
He's not in the shop for long, and then he comes out of the shop. He does glance your way. Are you going to try and read him again?
Yes. As soon as I see him coming out of the shop, I'm zeroing in on him.
Yeah, you'll see me ping the thing open.
Yeah. As soon as the holocube comes to life, I'm hoping that'll give him a spike of recognition that I can ride on.
A front brain thought.
Okay. So you have an option. You can either keep your concentration and use the 2 successes you've got, or you can drop that and try again. Don't forget, you can spend a willpower point for 1 automatic success, but you've got to declare it before you roll.
I'm going to keep my 2 successes because 2 out of 4 ain't bad, especially when it's a threshold of 7.
Okay.
Power point to get an auto success.
No, you've got to do that before you roll.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
I
all.
see what you mean.
Roll again, roll again, roll again, roll again.
So you can either drop it, spend the quantum, roll with an extra success from a willpower point, or you can keep your 2, and it doesn't cost you any more.
I'm going to keep the 2 and hope that the spike does something when he sees her. Prefrontal cortex, digital reception center. Let's go.
Okay. Flo, Dr. Hendricks steps out of the shop, glances slightly in Scribe's direction, clearly notices the picture that Scribe is looking at, and A-grade Flair's mind flares in the other spelling. Oh God, they're closing in on her. He doesn't look police, he doesn't look corp, he doesn't even look like a shadow runner. Oh shit, what do I do? I better go home the long way. Better make sure I'm not being followed.
I'll let Scribe, no, we got a hit. He panicked like crazy. Drop that connection. Nico, follow that motherfucker.
And
I'm not gonna acknowledge that he's reacted to me through A Grade's comments. I'm just gonna keep my head down, flick to the next picture, close the thing down like nothing, and stay where I am.
Anybody going to tell me what's going on? Because I'm just bimbling around.
Yeah, he's walked to the other side of the town by now.
No, I assume that you got in within visual range. With your perception, you'll have seen what's gone on. Admittedly, Dave, you're right. You don't know what people are talking about, but you've seen Scribe suddenly take position near the shop, pull up the holocube. You've seen Flag glance at it, and then quickly look around. And now he's walking a little faster than he was.
Right.
And he came from the parkway, but he's not going back that way.
Yeah.
I'm definitely gonna log on to the Q server, give him a quick info dump.
Well, I'm going to walk through the park to get to the other side.
Don't follow him.
No, I'm not. I'm going to cut through the park and maybe cut him off as he walks past.
Yeah, we got Nico on his trial. I'm
Yeah,
going
yeah.
to invisible.
Just going to get to the other park, stand around, pat a dog, smoke a fag, whatever.
I can't believe it worked. Having the Q active really spiked his thoughts and his panic. It gave us a good solid hit. He definitely knows where she is. He's buying that tea for her and him.
Okay. He cuts down an alleyway. As he cuts down the alleyway, he looks around. And then he cuts down an alleyway. You're going to have to make me a stealth roll. Although Mr. Nobody's useful, it doesn't stop you from being noticed. As
Just
somebody
makes
who's
me look inconspicuous.
yes, makes you look like everybody else, but everybody else could be called or police or Shadowrunners or which is what he was-
Inobtrusive. Sorry.
The Pope, or
Oh, I didn't get any ones, so that's good. 2 successes.
Okay, so you've got to beat was Elf. What's he got? Okay. Not brilliant.
I'm going to also initiate high-end electromagnetic scan, so I can stay around corners.
Oh dear, that's
Okay. So following isn't difficult. He's an old man. He's not going to be fast or particularly. What you're trying to do is avoid being noticed that you're following him.
That's why I want to use my high-end.
Okay.
Ooh,
So-
got a lot of headway.
He cuts down. Yeah, he does. He cuts down one alleyway, and then cuts down another alleyway. And you notice that after he's cut down the alleyway, he stops just round the corner and turns as if he's waiting for you to come round. He's not got a weapon. He's got a bag with tea in it.
Just stay around the corner out of his line of sight.
Waits.
I
Starts getting away.
Still watching my direction.
Mm.
I've got to 120 meters because of my perception and mega perception.
Yeah, he waits, and then after a little while, when he realizes you're not coming around the corner, he first starts by backing away, and then he turns around and his pace quickens. He's still an old man, he's not fast, and he walks faster, and every so often he turns to look around again. He's clearly aware that he's being followed, or he's very paranoid about being followed. So you're going to have to let him get further away. But he's just waiting for somebody to come around that corner. Sorry, go on.
I want to be following invisible and flying.
You spend your flying quantum.
I'll spend it.
Okay. So 2 for invisible, 2 for flying.
Yep. 2, 4, 6.
So you've done 6 for your 2
no.
telepathy, 4 for the
Invisible.
ability and
Yeah.
flying, and 1 for the attunement.
And 1 for luck.
So you're down 22.
Christ's going to be knackered at the end of this.
Yeah, but we're getting gold level stuff here. I don't want to lose eyes on him. Having 2 of us, one that can see through walls and one that can fly invisibly, is suitable for my level of paranoia at the moment.
Okay, he walks all around the houses. He takes his time. He cuts down various alleys. He does it to make sure nobody's following him. After about 10-15 minutes, he seems to calm down for a bit. He seems that he's not being followed anymore. Even though you're using scenery that you can see through to make sure you're not seen, you can follow him invisibly. And he definitely is taking a circuitous route around everywhere. And every time he turns a corner, he checks it. But eventually he comes around and he's gone a long way around and
To get back to the park.
no. He's gone the other side of the park by the time he's gone round. So, Cass, make me an awareness roll, please. Although with your successes, an awareness roll.
An awareness roll, which are
Perception and awareness.
Perception and awareness. So 6 normal dice and 3 mega dice. So you can either have auto successes or you can roll your mega dice separately.
right. What have I got? Got 3 d10s. No, see, they're all d10s. What the fuck? 2 3s, a 2, a 4, a 9. I've got 1 9 out of the 6.
Okay. So you taking autos, are you rolling, or are you doing a split?
I'll do a split. So I need to throw what now? Never worked this out. 1 second, let me pull my
It's
spreadsheet.
3 mega dice, 3 mega perception you've got. So you can take 3 autos, roll them, or take an auto and roll 2.
Yeah,
Take 2 autos and roll 1.
I'll take 2 autos and roll 1.
Okay.
So push
10, 10, 10,
Yeah.
10.
5.
Ah,
Okay. So you got 3 successes.
Right.
Rolling your dice and 2 autos, 3 successes. All right. So about a block beyond the park, you do spot Flair.
Oh, right.
And he's circled around. You can't see anybody else then.
No, but a block away, he's not going to notice me, so I'll start walking slowly towards his direction.
Okay. He walks about 1 more block and then he cuts into a block of flats. And it's an apartment building. So how close is everybody? Nobody's that close to him. So he
I'm
walks in.
staying within 120 meters of him at all times.
What's opposite the apartment building? Is it more apartment buildings or is there shops?
Yes, yeah, it's all residential here. He enters a small apartment building. It's 5 stories tall, and he enters and the door closes behind him and he goes upstairs. Once he gets inside the building, you can.
Quicken my pace to catch up to the building, keep an eye on him to track on which apartment he's going to.
Okay, no, you won't be able to see which apartment he's going to. However, when you get to the apartment, oh, you can, yes, of course you can. You see him climbing stairs. You see him climbing stairs up the building. So the 3 of you will all get there around the same sort of time. On the outside of the apartment building, there is a protected door. It's got iron bars to strap the plexiglass door. There is a series of buzzers down the side, and the buzzer that's the 3rd from the top says apartment 3B, Dr. Hendricks.
Yeah.
And he walks to the 3rd floor, and then he walks towards the back of the building and lets himself into his
I
apartment
can't
building.
see the writing on the paper, I'm just seeing where.
But the other 2 can. So there's series of buzzers.
So as soon as I say which apartment he'll go in, I'll ping A grade and go back of the building, whatever apartment,
3 floors up.
3 floors up, 6 rooms back, or whatever it is.
Is there an alley that can get round to the back of the building?
You don't know it's at the back of the building unless A
All
grade
right,
tells you.
yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah. I saw him go in there, and I'm going to check in with Nico. Did you clock which apartments he went into?
I just said that I've pinged A grade to tell him which apartment within the building I've seen him go to.
I'm going to ping you and say the same. Ellie's in 3B.
Q can see Magpie can see Q. You basically got to the apartment around the same time. So Q and Magpie are both visible near the front of the apartment.
Well, I'll have
Magpie's
to drop my Mr. Nobody, but
looking up. It doesn't mean you're invisible. You're still recognizable. It only masks your mega appearance.
it makes me unobtrusive and unnoticeable. People ignore me.
It's not like that. It's only if people are looking for novas.
No, that's dormancy.
Fight. Ooh, is that a firefly?
Allows you to make yourself look completely normal.
Or you can make yourself look totally inobtrusive and unnoticeable. Basically, you get ignored.
And on the bottom
Somebody has
paragraph,
a problem.
no.
I am not the droid you're looking for.
No.
It does say that in the description. It literally uses that quote.
I'm looking at it now, and I can't see anything. You can spend a quantum to become completely unobtrusive.
Yes, I've spent the quantum.
Right.
You have to spend the quantum to use it.
But it doesn't make you invisible.
No, it doesn't make you invisible.
How are we going to play this?
I don't know. I'm just still looking at the buzzers. No.
Q, I think it's best if you don't hang around down here in case he can, like, see out the window or see through a camera.
Do you want me
The
to?
back
Do
wall.
you want me to open the door?
Not yet. I think we should regroup for a catch-up.
All right.
As I'm keeping an eye on the apartment he goes into, is there a second person in there?
Yes.
Keep an eye on that person.
They're sat cross-legged on the floor. They don't seem to have moved even when he went into the apartment.
Ooh.
Keep an eye on that person.
Ping Nico. How do you want to play this? Do we want to break in right now and grab her?
I'm keeping an eye.
I still don't know where she is.
She's in the apartment. She's sat on the floor cross-legged. But quite frankly, it's the middle of the day in the university district, and if we try and break in and kidnap someone, who do you think is going to turn up faster than the fucking things?
Is there an alleyway
Do you want
anywhere?
them to go
Is there
around?
an alleyway
Right
that,
now?
that I can get round the back?
No.
No. Okay.
If he's going to tell her, he's going to spook her. He's going to move her.
Yep. I was just going to hang around in the
So,
at the back.
I'm just
the
going to
fire
keep an eye on
escape
it for
around.
now.
Never mind.
I know you're rushing to get this done as quickly as possible, and yes, we've got a deadline. But if we fuck things up now, we're done.
That's fine. I'm with you guys. You just tell me what you want me to do. Just keep me in the loop.
Whilst
Any-
I'm invisible and flying, I'll go up to the outside windows of apartment 3B and be the creepy bastard that looks
There isn't any windows in apartment 3B. It's an enclosed apartment that doesn't have any windows. It doesn't face an outer wall. Any walls that it does face are either attached to the apartment next to it or the apartment behind it.
Any second now, I'm going to realise everyone's gone, stand up and start walking the direction they did.
This is it. You guys forget you're telepathic and you do all that stuff. We have no clue. Me and Bookworm,
Yeah.
we're just sort of hanging around.
I'm not telepathic.
Well, whatever.
It's only A grade that can communicate with Psychic Link, and if he doesn't fucking tell Bookworm, it's not my fucking fault.
I didn't blame you. I blamed
Thank you.
A grade.
Yeah, of course you could. I'm going to ping Scribe.
I would presume he would have the intelligence
I-
to
I'm
ping
still-
everybody, to let everybody know what's
Yeah.
going on.
I'm still just gonna wait for everyone to disappear, and then get up and walk the direction they went.
I don't think there's any benefit you coming over here, but in case something happens, here's the address where we think she is. Apartment 3B, Galveston Towers.
Oh, you're miles away. Okay, see you there.
It's not that far if you come direct, it's just that he walked a very circuitous route.
So,
He got stopped by your holocube.
Magpie, you're standing next to me, are you?
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do? Do you want to go somewhere else for a bit and sit and have a chat and regroup?
I think it's fine if you guys go off. I can just make myself inobtrusive and ignorable to passers-by. I'm going to keep an eye on the building because I've got eyes on her at the moment.
I'm going to
I
take.
can.
I'll take a walk
if
back to
you-
the park. And
If
hang
you
out
and
there.
A grade go off, I can contact A grade, and hopefully he will contact you and let you know what's going on.
No problem. Right, so I'll head back to the park and hang about outside.
Is there a bench or something nearby?
No, you're on a residential road, so there's no benches.
No,
Lamppost I can lean against?
You can, yeah, there's a lamppost you can lean
Yeah,
against.
I'll
Or a
do
wall
that.
or something that I can keep an eye on the building.
Yeah.
Boy wants a wee. Go on. Ow.
Nico, are you thinking of waiting till dark or leaving it for today or what?
I'm keeping eyes on her.
Yeah, no,
We
I
don't-
get that. When do you think it's best to grab her?
I don't know. When she's outside the apartment?
I don't think she's going to leave.
Well, we're not taking her in the middle of the day, are we?
No, I'm going to go sit somewhere I can meditate. I'm going to update both Scribe and Q.
Of course, there is another option.
Which is?
Leave it an hour, and then I ring the buzzer.
Well, the thing is, you can see through the walls. You could teleport in there.
Mm-hmm.
You could teleport in there with Scribe, who could then create a portal and take her out.
If they have weapons, that's going to be fucking dirty. But yes. How many rooms are there in the apartment that I can make out?
It's a single room apartment, as far as you're aware. You can't make out any walls inside the apartment. There is a sink and something that looks like a kitchen area, maybe a microwave. There is a small toilet behind a chipboard wall. There is a bed, just a single bed, but it seems to be all the same room. Apart from a little privacy screen for the bathroom, a lot of apartments in 2073 are single rooms with
You
simple
definitely
dividers.
will pull everything out.
Simple dividers. The person that's sat cross-legged is sat next to a box of electronics. There seems to be a small wire going from that person's head into the electronics. They haven't moved in the 10 minutes you've been watching them. Flair seems to be cooking something, or he might be making tea. It's
Yeah,
difficult
because
to
he's not
tell.
going to pull her out of the net because that's dangerous.
Yeah, she could be hooked into anything. She could be looking through video cameras straight at the outside of the building. We don't know.
Let's
That's been
Hey.
paranoid, admit.
A grade. Give me a little while longer. Let them calm down.
You call it, you're on point, we'll pull back. I'm going to go back to the park and sit and be quiet and meditate for a bit on the park bench. Okay, I'm looking at the dog. I was trying not to comment.
There's my little staffy.
So you'd have to walk a block and a half away to get to the park, which means you're now out of sight of Magpie and the apartment, which means they can't see you, but you can't see them.
Oh, before I go, I want to make sure that I have a teleportation landing point above the roof. So I know I can come straight back there, and if necessary, land on the roof if I don't want to be flying as well at the same time.
Okay. So you float up to the roof,
Check out.
concentrate, find a place next to where all of the air conditioning fans are and everything. There's a place you can port onto. It's a simple apartment roof. It's flat. It's America. There's air conditioning fans up there, and a door. But other than that, there's nobody up there.
All right, my suggestion.
Who are you talking to?
We wait for it to go dark. We jump in and we grab her.
So if you go back to the park, Bookworm will come past you because he'll take this shortcut and he'll cut through the park and you can see A grade set in the park. Cass, I'm assuming that you're going to withdraw with A grade back to the park.
Yeah, I said I was hanging around outside the park, basically.
All right, so the three boys can meet up outside or inside the park, and then Magpie's just by the apartment with eyes on, about a block and a half away.
So I can talk to you two in person and Nico via psychic link.
Yes.
How about this?
You can't do it all at once. You have to.
Yeah.
Nico teleports in, taking Scribe with her. Scribe portals himself and Teehee out of there. At the moment, the only safe house we've got is one of our places. But we get them the fuck out of there quickly and then make the meet to hand her over.
Do I get to say, come with me if you want to live?
If you want to. I don't recognise that reference.
I joke.
What the fuck are you talking about? You can say
Hold on.
that.
Do we know that she's jacked in? Has that been passed on, that information? No.
Yeah,
You have?
Should have said it.
Oh, you can see it.
yeah. I would have passed that on. I said she's not moving. She's.
Because it'd be a bit risky just to grab her if she's jacked in.
That's why I said wait.
Alright. A good refinement to the plan. We wait until she logs out, then we grab her.
Okay.
Okay.
So Nico, you wouldn't have a problem teleporting in with Scribe?
I need to find a safe place to teleport in from. Looking around, is there any alleyways nearby?
No.
No. There's nowhere safe nearby to teleport from.
Okay. I could come in and make you invisible. So what remains is a safe place to teleport to.
And no scribe coming with me.
Take Scribe with you. I'm going to be
I
knackered by
can't take scribe with me if you're making me invisible.
Alright. Can I attune both people? Or would that
No,
knock
you
me out?
can't.
You can't. You can only tune up to one person in weight, up to 100 kilograms, is it? About 220 pounds worth of weight,
Something like that,
which
yeah.
is approximately one person.
Because the thing is, if you're making me invisible, scribe isn't invisible.
Yeah.
So he disappears out of sight.
So your problem is being seen to teleport from a main street. But surely you've got some decent range. You could come away from there. You could even be in the car.
I'd rather it be safe.
Can't she?
To be honest, what I could do
Why do we
is
need to describe?
teleport in,
Yeah.
knock Hendrix out, let you guys in through the door.
I know. Do you want to use this? My needle gun.
No,
It's got trank rounds.
no.
I mean,
I have a tail.
is there a time limit between teleports? Is there a cooldown period?
No.
So what's wrong? What's wrong with you, Magpie?
Second concentration.
Just going in, grabbing her, and teleporting back out.
Because if she's jacked in,
No, after she's, once we know she's not jacked in, when we see her.
but that's
moving
the
it
point. Hendrix is in the building. I teleport in and she's jacked in. I've still got to deal with Hendrix.
out. Not too
If
quick.
you teleport in and she's
The
jacked,
best.
you
Right, shut up. The safest way at the moment is me teleport in, knock out Hendrix, wait, open the door for you guys, because I'll be inside the flat then.
And you can just buzz.
Yes.
Yep.
And you can come up to apartment 3B.
Okay.
I like that. Less moving parts.
That way, you can make me invisible. I can teleport inside without being seen.
And again, doing it while she's not jacked in.
Well, if she's jacked in, she won't notice us. It's only Hendrix I've got to worry about.
We don't know that. We don't know what she's jacked into. She could then send out a signal saying help.
To who?
To
Everyone.
to whoever she's working with at the moment.
I doubt that.
She might be doing a deep hack on some corp or something. Yeah, she might be trying to get rid of all records about her. I don't think, from the sound of it, she's got any friends she can call on. I don't think she'll be calling the police.
As you're having this conversation, you notice that Dr. Hendrix Flair has finished doing what he was doing, making tea. He has 2 mugs in his hand. He bends over. He puts one next to Teehee, or who you think is Teehee. Puts his hand on the person's shoulder, and the person starts for a bit, and then, bunk, grabs a cup of tea, and they start talking, but you can't hear what they're saying, and they're drinking.
Okay, she's not jacked in anymore. A grade, second thought. I know you've probably knackered, but if you can turn me invisible and we both go in, we can both deal with either people. Then we can buzz the other guys in.
Yeah.
Now,
So-
all you have to do is turn me invisible. I will teleport us in.
Okay, you are in charge of safe landing spot. I'm in charge of invisible. Guys, psychic ping from me. Start getting over there because we're going to be getting in. We're going to buzz the door. You're going to need to come up straight away.
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to go from the park to where Nico was lurking. Getting ready.
Probably have to go a block away to find a safe alley. One without cameras nearby, wires and shit, to do the invisibility thing.
It's like when you're on a mobile phone in an unfamiliar city. So where are you now? I'm on Smith Avenue. Where are you? I'm on Acacia. Well, turn left. No, you're not. No, I'm here. Turn right. Ah, there you are.
Next street guys roll, please.
What was
One
that?
success.
Sorry?
One success.
Okay, you can't find anywhere that is... You find somewhere that doesn't have any cameras around, but it is still a street, and the occasional car goes up and down it, and the occasional pedestrian. And that's as good as you're going to get. You're just going to have to wait. But there's no cameras at least pointing in your direction.
A grade, can you find me an alley?
Can I make a streetwise roll as well?
You can do.
Where am I? That's one thing I'm good at. 1, 2, 3, 8. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. 4 successes.
Okay, so you can find an alley that's out of the way, but of course that means you're no longer in line of sight now. So you've got a choice. You can either go from where you are, where there's no cameras but line of sight, but there are people, there's a possibility of someone spotting you, or you can go down the alleyway where you're teleporting blind.
Listen.
My idea is to go into the alley to go invisible, then walk back, so I'm not teleporting blind.
What she said.
Okay,
What she's most scared about is going invisible in broad daylight while it's highly visible. and being marked as weird and unusual. But once we're
Okay.
invisible, we can get to line
So-
of sight.
Yeah, I understand. So, Bookwork and Cass, you can hang around near the front door, waiting
Yep.
for somebody to buzz you in. The other two go down the alleyway. A grade will turn you both invisible. That'll be an attunement. That'll be another point for A grade. And then on 2 points for invisibility. So that's another 3 points.
He's going to be a puddle at the end of this, isn't he?
He's starting to feel it. He's
Yeah.
starting to feel bushed now.
I'm gonna- Quick dash Lou.
So before we go,
1 minute.
who's dealing with who in there?
Sorry?
Before we jump, who is dealing with Hendrix? Who's dealing with Teehee? Or are we firing tranks into both of them?
You're firing tranks into Hendrix. I'm grabbing Tiki by the neck.
Okay, yeah.
And then you walk around, so you've got Magpie has line of sight, and then Magpie you will have to attune and attune A grade and then teleport in. Okay. You teleport in. Let me.
Do I have to roll for this? Or because I've got line of sight, do I not have to roll?
You do still have to roll.
1 success.
Okay, it's all you need.
Lots of dice.
Just needed the one.
Okay, so for the two people that have teleported in, you've got a one-room apartment. I am sharing my screen. You should be able to see that, James and Michelle.
Yes.
Um,
I'm presuming he's got his trank gun out ready.
Going out, ready to fire.
okay, so Blair is sat at his work desk on the left-hand side, but he swiveled his chair around because Teehee is sat just legged on the floor in between the dining table and the work desk. Next to her is a deck, a cyber deck. She's easily recognisable because of her blue hair cut into that, shaved and long. They're both very recognisable. You will teleport in near the front door, just further, a bit forward of the front door there, next to the table. There wasn't anywhere else that you were 100% sure was going to be clear. When you teleport in, the first thing you notice is that there is paper printouts and magazines scattering everywhere. There's piles of them on the floor. Excuse me. Yeah, the whole room is done over in late American Decca. Stacks of computer disks, trade journals and printouts fill the room. You notice to the right of the front door, the small kitchen area. It has a room for a sink and a small refrigerator and a microwave. There's more printouts cover the small table and 4 cane chairs that surround it. There's a small desk with a single chair farther in, which is what Dr. Hendricks is sat at. Resting on the desk is a cyber deck. The back third of the room is taken up by the sleeping area, and cross-legged on the floor, only 10 feet away from you, is Teehee with another cyber deck next to her. Currently it's unplugged and she's sipping tea. The two of them are drinking tea and talking.
Psychic link to A grade. A grade, are they at the door? Can you buzz them in? The guys outside?
Yeah, let's take them down first. Let's not risk anything. We need to take them down.
So, there was somebody outside with a picture of you.
Lawson, you're still sharing your screen. I don't know if you want us to see all that other
Oh,
stuff.
no, I don't. Sorry. 1 second.
Turn it
Oh,
off.
God, I'm trying to.
There you go.
Sorry. My
That's all right.
apologies.
That's all right. I didn't want you, you
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
Or we can listen.
Apologies. So yes, see, he was T speaking, and he says, when I went, sorry, Hendricks is speaking. So when I went to the shop, there was somebody with a photo of you outside the shop. I don't know if he was club or if he was police or who he was. He looked a bit too young to be anything, but he has a picture of you, so it's not going to be safe here. We might have to move. Teehee just looks worried. She doesn't really answer other than sip her tea.
Psychic link to Nico. Go. Trank gun into Hendrix.
Tail round Teehee's neck.
Okay, then you'll get a surprise attack. So I'm not going to ask you to roll initiative just yet. But naturally, Magpie will normally move first because of her dex and wits. So, do you want to try
I'm
and
gonna let him do the trank gun first.
rank first? Okay, so dexterity and firearms. So make me a firearms attack.
Well, I've
5
got
dice.
Dice, yeah. Oh, there's a 9 and a 7. 2 successes.
2 successes. He doesn't have any dodge. So now you roll damage. So the trunk gun is. Let me just check. I don't have that screen up.
Trank gun, flechette, 500, light and sealable, clip and
Yeah.
smoke. Didn't write it down.
No, it's all right. I've got it soon. Very quickly. Flechette security 500. That's concealability, damage 6L. Okay, so that's only doing 3 dice. Okay, it's not going to do any damage, but that's the whole point. It doesn't do damage. It fires into his neck. His hand instinctively goes up to his neck, as if he's been stung. He looks around in a panicked sort of manner, and then slowly starts to slump onto the floor. At the same time, you're going to try and grab TB.
Oh, that's a 9, not a 6.
So that's a melee
Two.
attack.
2 successes.
Okay. She doesn't get a dodge either. So is this just a grapple?
This is a grapple with no tail, so it's strength, roll strength plus pull.
Right.
Body mod.
We'll check that.
It's bashing, it's plus 4 for pull.
So it's a tendril. Okay, so that's doing bashing damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you attempting to bash damage, or are you just trying to grab?
I'm grabbing.
Right, so it's not.
It's a grab and squeeze, it's a subdue.
Okay. So roll your strength plus 4.
Nothing on my strength. But no ones, like plus 4.
Okay. She will get a body roll against that. Both dice, she rolls 9 and 6. Okay, so she's still conscious, but you do have hold of her.
And she can't yell. I should find it very hard.
Okay. So initiative for this round now. See what you're going to do. So you roll a d10, then add your initiative, which is your dex plus your wits.
Yeah, I rolled a 1. So I get 11.
A grade, d10 plus 6.
D10 plus fucking on. I rolled a 1 as well.
Okay. And so, what does T get?
Psychic ping to Nico. Want me to plug her as well?
Can
I'm
do.
not going anymore because we're in combat.
Okay. She has got quickness 4. 6 plus 7, 13. So she goes first. She reacts to this being grabbed and attempts to tear herself away from your tail. So that's a contested strength roll. So you'll get strength plus 4. And she will get her strength.
Oh, yes. Oh, no. Well, that would have been 2 successes, but I rolled a 1. So 1 success plus 4, 5.
5 successes. Okay, so she manages to get her hands underneath, in between the tail, and she starts to pull it away, and then you go, and you grab and clench tighter. But she doesn't manage to free herself this time, but she nearly did. 11.
Keep hold.
Hendrix is slumping. Okay. There seems to be some sort of struggle going on, A grade. At the moment, Magpie is winning and has the tail wrapped around Teehee and around her mouth, but Teehee's struggling to
Yeah,
get
you know
away.
the tail's around her neck and mouth area.
She's got her hands underneath. She's trying to pull the tail away, but she's not succeeding yet.
But you
What are
can
you
let
going to do on 7?
So, Miko, you didn't answer. Do you want me to put her down?
open the door.
Alright. Ping Q. You better be at the door, dude. Hit the buzzer.
Right.
Okay.
So me and the boy are going to go upstairs.
All right. So Bookworm, you've got initiative of 6. Cass, you've got an initiative of 5. So Bookworm,
Like 7.
you've got Dex of 3 and a Wits of 3.
Oh, wait a minute. I didn't actually take
Oh,
my
yeah.
turn. Can I squeeze
You said,
more?
well, yeah, you can squeeze more, yeah.
I want to knock her out.
Okay.
Weirdly,
There's a
on my
strength
character sheet it
plus
says initiative 7, but you're right, it is 6.
Ooh, that's 2 successes plus 4.
6. Oh, 3 dice.
Oh, wait.
2 successes.
And
You got
reduce.
6, 4. Yeah, she's starting to go unconscious. She's passing out.
Don't want to kill her. And if we use the trank, then she might be knocked out for longer.
Yeah, you does Bookworm and Cass in. Bookworm and Cass, all you know is that they're on the back flat of floor 3, so you start pounding up the stairs. After 6 seconds, which is not enough time for you actually to have climbed 3 sets of stairs, he will slump unconscious. And soon after that, Quinn and Cass will come flying through the door. Oh no, they'll get, oh yeah, they're being buzzed in from outside, so they'll get to the door and they'll notice there's a maglock on the door. So you'll have to, I'm assuming by that time, A-grade, you'll have opened the door.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. It's a simple electric switch, so you can hold it open and they can come in. So by the time you're all together, you have Dr. Flair unconscious with a small needle dart in the side of his neck, and you have Teehee unconscious on the floor with Magpie's tail wrapped around her.
Now we can portal. I say
Fantastic.
that out loud.
Before we do we not need to find the chips? Isn't the chips the single most important
I
thing?
don't
more
think she
important
has
than
them. You can search the apartment if you want. You've got
Yeah.
time now.
her? We've got time. I think we should also secure them and blindfold them so they can't see our identities.
I'm only planning to take Teehee. I don't think Hendrix has anything to do with this.
I don't know, I'm not sure, but correct me if I'm
He
wrong.
seemed more concerned about her than
Yes.
himself.
It's 125k per chip. What is there a reward on her, or is it just
No.
that she's the way to get to them?
Yes.
Yes.
I was gonna say I was feeling really uncomfortable about beating up, mugging, and rendering unconscious a girl.
Don't worry.
She can walk away from it. Great, but surely we've got to search here to make sure that the chips aren't here.
We will
We'll
do.
search her.
Yeah,
I'll keep hold of her.
we will
Let's
do.
tie her up with something so you don't need to worry about that.
Right. Shall I do a perception roll to see if I can find anything in here? Or-
So it's investigation to search something thoroughly.
No, I got that. Not me. Then somebody else.
Well, you've got perception and mega perception, so you can make a valiant effort, Cass. You've still got a lot of dice to roll.
I got 4, but I think the girl with the magic peepers should be doing something here.
Fine.
So, Cass, you've got perception 5, mega perception 3, but you've got no investigation.
Yeah.
So, when it comes to searching, you start at -1, but you've still got 5 dice and 3 megas. And don't forget, you can swap a mega for an automatic success, so you can still be rolling 5 dice on plus 2 successes.
Right.
What are you looking for? Perhaps I can help with my investigation 4.
Yeah, everyone can make an investigation roll.
Right. So, yeah, I'll take.
Anyone else have a look around?
I'll take my megas.
Is she
and
properly
roll 5.
unconscious now?
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, wrong one.
First, I'm going to tie both people up,
Woohoo! Yay, baby!
So go on, James.
not evil level, hands behind their backs, feet tied together, and a blindfold.
Yeah, neither of them look particularly ripped or sorted. You've got an old man and you've got a young girl who's a decker. Neither of them look like there'll be much in the way of physical.
Yeah.
So-
I've got my megas plus 1 success. So what's that? That's
3 successes
2
then.
successes.
Same as me. I got 1 auto.
5.
Okay.
There you go.
So what did you get, Bookworm?
I got 2 regular, 1 mega.
So 3 successes, yeah. Okay. 3 successes, and 5. All right. Each of the 3 of you roll me a single d10, please.
Who? Me?
Yeah, the 3 people who got successes on investigation. While their grade was tying up.
These fucking dice are not playing
4.
for me today. 4 as well. I got a
Yikes.
4.
6. All right. Okay, sorry. Bookworm. You will notice that the cyberdecks aren't connected to the public web, and neither is the computer on the work desk. They're linked to each other, but none of them are linked to the outside web. It looks like Flair and or Teehee have purposefully cut themselves off from the public web to make sure deckers can't find them. Cass,
Yes.
you will find a small travelling bag with a handful of women's clothes in. It looks like Teehee just grabbed a few changes of clothes, and that's all she has on her, or with her. Other than that, this is Dr. Hendrick's flat, and all his stuff is obviously in a wardrobe near the bed. It's a temporary one. But Teehee just has one small travelling bag with a couple of changes of clothes in, and that's it, and maybe a toothbrush. And finally, Magpie. The only thing you find of maybe interest value is a pair of tickets to a party. Hollywood SimSense Entertainment are having a party tomorrow night, Tuesday night, downtown, and you've got a couple of tickets. They're not named, so anyone can use it.
Scribe.
Bookworm, A grade. These tickets. Do you want to check out who's running this party? Because this might be part of the beneficiaries, the people behind the heist. These are rather high-end tickets.
Bookworm, with your mega intelligence, Hollywood SimSense Entertainment, HSE, has been mentioned before.
I'm going to ask Scribe if he found anything. Anything useful? You find anything, pal?
Well, weirdly, they've cut themselves off from the outside world. They're not connected to anyone else. This is internal.
So what was she jacking into?
That's a great
Whatever's in
question.
the computer, it could be anything. You can have worlds inside there.
Well,
SimSense?
Do you want to open the computer up and have a look?
I can have a look at the computer. Yeah, for sure.
HSC was mentioned in the context of.
That was Bookworm.
It was.
Out of character, that was Bookworm's contact who
But
mentioned
he
that.
did mention it to everybody. So
I did
Well-
tell everyone when I got back. So yes, you do know about it, but
I
I
don't think I
know.
was there, but yeah,
Oh, oh, you're right. No, you weren't.
I fucked off.
You did, yeah. Yes, you don't know, but A grade does know.
Yeah, but you're the one with the in-character intelligence to actually remember it.
And the eidetic memory as well.
Yes.
So I suggest that you take serious notes, because I'm not going to be a safety net for your eidetic memory all the time, Rob.
I get that. I was going to ask you how you want to play it. That's fine with me. I am taking paper notes as I go along
That's
of
fair
things
enough,
I
good.
think are relevant. But I'm sure you'll prompt the occasional time if it's completely stupid that I should have not noticed something.
Have we found the chips?
Well,
No.
I just asked
No.
Scribe to have a look in the computer.
I'd like to examine the computer, the jack, the setup she's using, if that's okay.
I'm going to keep hold of these tickets and sit in a corner with a moody face.
Yeah, the thing with that is that you'll need a microtronics kit, which, funnily enough, there was a microtronics kit in the in Teehee's office box, but
Which
it
we
will
left.
take you somewhere in the region of an hour to strip it down and have a look and put
Yeah.
it back together again.
Or
Yeah.
we can portal and we can take it with us.
That's wise.
We can portal and we can take everything with us.
The room!
Is there anything valuable in here?
So
Is there anything valuable in
the
here?
only thing of value you found were 2 tickets to the HSC party tomorrow
I'm
night.
keeping hold of those.
That's like finding 2 tickets to Warner Brothers directors party. It's
One sec.
high up
right.
mega media entertainment company or HSC.
The difficulty is then they will know who's going.
These tickets don't have names on them.
They aren't named.
Just need to go to the toilet. One sec.
They've got hollow chips on them to prove that they're authentic. They're hard to forge,
Okay.
but it doesn't have a name on them.
Courtesy tickets. Pocket.
So, are we assuming that she's stashed the chips somewhere else?
I don't think she has them. Okay, the footage I saw was of a fucked up woman on the day of the theft nearly getting fucking run over. That's someone who is not behind this. This is someone who's been played, been used. She might have knowingly done it, but I think she's just the patsy.
Yeah.
I don't think she's the brains behind this. Because if she was the brains behind this, she wouldn't be hiding in a shitty apartment in the university district.
Like this?
Yeah,
You reckon she's offloaded them already?
yeah.
Mm.
And if she hasn't, we'll take her with her. We know where the flat is. We know we can get in.
I might be making some calls for sodium pentothal or equivalent truth drug. Because my assumption is if I give somebody some of that and lower their reserves and then try and get into their heads via telepathy, I've got a much better chance.
Let's teleport back with the victims. Prizes. I didn't say victims. Honest.
I'd feel really bad in character if we had to do anything violent to these kids, because I think you're right, they're patsies.
Which means they should be easy to scare.
Oh, scaring them! I don't draw the line at that. No, come on, that's 125k's at
How have
stake.
you survived in Redmond this long, Ingrid? How? How?
It's hurting innocence. That's something that's not in large supply in Redmond.
It's not large supply anywhere in this planet, is it?
She doesn't look. She does look like an innocent as much as you can be.
She's more guilty than my sister.
I think your sister's an innocent.
Oh gosh, she's as innocent as it gets.
Exactly. I think.
For anyone who works for a court to the level she did, nah.
Yeah. Point taken. Dose her to the gills on truth drug. Get her high as a kite. Then try and do the telepathy thing again.
Or just get her drunk.
Truth drug will not be easy to get hold of. It might be something that you can plan for and wait maybe a week or 2 or 3 to get hold of it. Certainly, you will find it unlikely that if you get hold of truth drug this quickly, it won't be good quality.
Okay, fair enough.
Let's make our
might
own.
Have to go through sources
Make your
or you might have to go through sources that expect a favour. Like, I suspect Mr. Sunshine might have some on him, but he'd expect a fucking favour in return. Ha 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 ha.
Sorry, what are we doing?
You just want to be. You don't want to be the only one that owes him loads.
Out of character, yeah.
Well, at the moment, you've gone nowhere. You've just been chattering, Dave. You've just been chattering. You're still in the apartment.
Basically saying, look, we can take everything with us. Look, we'll just open the portal, let's go.
Yes.
Because we can always return.
Are we taking both of them with us?
I
Long
don't think we need
concentration.
Hendrix, but it's not like he's going to call the cops and say, oh yeah, Teehee's missing.
So we're leaving the guy here. We're leaving Flair, are we?
Unless you really want to take him with you. I mean, threatening
really.
him with torture in the back room might loosen her tongue.
Might loosen her tongue if she thinks he's in danger.
Yeah.
Mm,
So that's the only reason to take him as far as I'm concerned.
you could also leave him a message.
No, I think we should use him as leverage.
Oh, really?
Separate them so that when they wake up, they're not together.
Well, when she hears his elbows breaking, she might be a bit more.
Oh, there's the chaotic evil character.
Yeah, you guys might not be squages, but Kaz and I work for Mr. Sunshine, so fuck you guys.
Yeah.
Celery has got the exact same sound as breaking up.
Oh, he's even got the lighting.
Oh dear.
A little bit of theatre.
But yeah,
Yeah, I say take him with him. Use
are
him
we
as
taking
leverage.
them
Well,
back to the flat?
I'll take him.
Of
Like
course you will.
wherever Thingy's going to open his portal to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Mike Price got the tickets.
Yeah.
Bookworm, you're taking Teehee's cyberdeck. Is that correct? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cass, are you taking Teehee's night bag, or are you leaving it behind in the flat?
Taking it.
Taking it. Okay. Is anybody else picking anything else up?
Anything else of value?
The only other thing of value is possibly the tea.
I'll take
Let's take
them.
the tea.
Yeah. So I've got Flair and the bag.
You're sitting there, sipping their tea.
Bookworm,
Grabbing the deck.
portal.
Oh yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I can concentrate and do that sort of thing.
Okay.
Right, Paz, pick them up. You're the strong guy. One each hand.
That's that's 3. Is that 3 quantum? I can't remember that.
You want me to
Yeah.
pick up both?
3. Yeah.
You want me to pick up both her and
I think you can.
I can, yeah.
Yeah.
Flair and Teehee, okay. And has the bag got a strap? I can put.
Oh yeah, it's like a little rucksack type thing, so you can
You
throw
can
it
give
over a
it
shoulder.
back to
Yeah.
A grade or Nico.
That's alright. Carry it.
Alright.
Right. Superb. Right.
Okay, Bookworm, 3 spend, and you open the portal. You tell everybody to go through,
Go through.
and everyone
Oh.
goes through, and it closes behind Bookworm as he goes through. And you're back in Bookworm's flat.
Dun, 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 dun.
It works! It's a miracle! I shall say that every time I complete one portal.
11.
This is a triumph.
There's no extra room though, is there? It's just the bathroom.
19, 20. It's not that bad. It's my old gaff. It's not as bad as the one we just left. I think it had like 2 rooms.
Yeah, the bathroom.
Yeah, it will be. It'll be a living room, and which will have a microwave and a sink in it, a bed behind a curtain, and a separate bathroom. So yeah,
Luxury.
So
luxury.
do you want to put him behind the curtain, or do you want to put him in the bathroom?
Bathroom, I think.
Oh.
Keep them separate.
You got a chair?
Does anyone want to watch him?
He'll be
I
out
agree.
for a
I agree.
little while. Tie him up.
Okay.
Tie him up. Stick him in the corner. It's Redmond. He cries out. Nobody's going to fucking call the cops. That's
It's
the one
right.
advantage here.
They're both blindfolded. They're both now gagged as well.
Okay, and they're tied up on a chair. That's cool. Have them sitting opposite each other, please. Trust me.
Okay.
Mask on.
Yeah, have them. But when we unmask, I want them to see that
Each other.
each other. Leverage.
All right.
Do you think
Mass.
it benefits trying to go in telepathy while she's still unconscious?
And you do that, you look knackered, mate.
You should have a rest.
Out of character, 20 out of 32.
Okay.
It's been a hard day's night, but I've still got some gas in the tank. But I'm
Yeah, so they're knocked out, which means you can sit down and have a bit of a rest.
How long's the trank last for? You tranked him. How long's it last for?
He didn't ask.
Yeah, the magazine was full of
8 years.
He didn't ask. It depends on how healthy and fit and brackets how much stamina you've got.
Oh fuck, he's gonna be out there.
Comatose.
Or he could get lucky.
He's fecal weeble.
He is an old man.
Don't want them dying. No.
Anybody know any drug dealers? Could get him some uppers.
I think actually.
I have a doctor friend of mine I can talk to.
If you want, I can.
We don't need him awake for now. It's her, I think, that we need to check to question first.
Yeah, but listen there, Greg. I know you're a decent fella and all that, but when you want people to talk, sometimes you've got to be a bit nasty, and I want her to see that I could get nasty with him, and maybe she'll talk.
Are you going to do the traditional lead-in of breaking a finger first before you ask any questions?
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'm sorry if you don't like it. You can go sit in the
I
kitchen.
recognise the necessity. It's 125 grand per chip, and there's 2 chips.
and nothing
Three.
for, and
Two
nothing
chips and 10 fingers.
and nothing for him. So win-win.
Don't worry, I've fixed phones before.
But if you want to listen into her while I'm doing it,
I could do. I'm just listening to the quote from Watchmen in my head. Rorschach, when he goes into a bar and he says he's trying to find something engaged, and he says, "Don't worry, I won't insult legendary criminal solidarity.
Yeah.
I'm expecting you to give up the information without torture." Snap! I've just broken this gentleman's little finger.
Can I just point out a fact? She's probably going to wake up first because we didn't trank her.
Yeah.
Now, we could go out and get stimulants to wake him up, but that runs the risk of giving him a heart attack and killing him straight away. Now, here's another option to play into Q's plan. We let her wake up. We let her sit and stew in silence while we wait for him to wake up.
yeah, absolutely.
Then we start the interrogation with the snapping of the fingers.
No,
Because trust me, by then she'll want to fucking talk.
and then we stick stuck in the middle with you on the record player while I dance in.
And if we sit in silence with her just staring at him, there's a chance she might actually start talking without us actually asking
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, that's why I want them looking at each other. We'll be in
Yeah.
the background. She can't
I'm
see
with
us.
you on this.
Yeah.
But if we want to wake him up quickly, we run the risk of killing him.
I don't think there's any benefit from making them up quick.
No, let her stew looking at them.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
when-
we-
Anybody want takeout?
We stay in the background, darkened room, one lamp in the middle between them, and they can't see us. And just let them stare at each. She can stare
dress
at
the
him.
set how you need to, dude. Get it set up. What do you need? A couple of lights straight in their eyes?
Just the one in the middle between them,
Alright.
off to the side. So the rest of the room's in darkness. We'll stay at the back
Hmm.
and
So
just
get
wait
a
for them.
bulb, but low wattage, just in between them.
Just in between them, yeah.
I've got jam.
Alright.
I'm looking forward to this.
This is your area of expertise, mate. It's your time to shine.
All right. This is the
Yes.
kind of work that I do for Mr. Sunshine.
What was that dude we came across who we happily sold out to Mr. Sunshine?
Oh, the rat, the weasel guy.
Ferret. Ferret.
Ferret, that was it. Yes.
I looked away. You always went, shall we just give him up to. Yeah, right. How
Yeah.
much is he? A couple of hundred. Nice.
Mr. Sunshine was very happy because he was looking for him. So, all good.
That's a point.
Now, bear in mind, not one person in this party, but intimidation.
Hold on.
Shit.
I do have something. Sure, I do. No, I don't. Don't have
No, you don't?
intimidation. No.
Spend XP.
I've only got
Intimidation is
diplomacy.
based on appearance.
Ah.
How much would it cost me?
1 million.
Point of intimidation is quite cheap, actually.
Because
Um,
I've got 20 XP. 15.
I think
Oh,
you might
yeah.
have spent a couple of
I've got
points of
15 XP available. What would that get me?
As I say, it's based on appearance, and you've only got an appearance of 2.
Yeah.
So let's have a look. Let's see what intimidation is. How much would it be to skill? Experience point table. A new ability costs 3 points. So it would cost you 3 to get intimidation 1, and then it costs you another 2. So it'll be 5 points to get intimidation 2.
And that's as far as I can go, isn't it?
Well, you possibly,
Yeah, I'm going to spend that. I'm going to spend the 5 XP.
okay, and get intimidation 2.
Yes, please.
Okay.
So that's intimidation. That would be under an
So if I go to goes under appearance.
appearance.
Isn't one of the things that burning your powers does is make you really, really hungry?
Did you not?
Yep.
Did you say it comes under appearance?
It does.
It's not on the spreadsheet under sub items. It's not showing up.
Yeah, it is.
Not on my sheet.
It's the
What are
first
you talking
item.
about? Are you talking about spend XP? Or are you talking about the character sheet?
Spend XP.
Ability. Choose ability because it's an ability, and then you choose intimidation.
Alright, it just comes under there. does it?
Yeah,
So it
it's
does.
actually done properly with drop-down menus rather.
Yeah,
than
yeah,
typing.
yeah. No, but
Unfortunately, the cost
I
doesn't
was
work.
looking the other way. The cost is for
The first point should be 3, and then 2 points for 1 to 2.
Right, so one. So
Nico
do it
is spent
twice.
points on intimidation.
Right, so from 0 to 1, it's 3, and from
1 to 2, it's another 2.
Oh, and we did read up on intimidation. You can use it with strength. It is under appearance, but you can use it with strength.
Yeah, so you use it under strength. Even though it's written under appearance, you can use it under strength instead.
so that's 5. Yeah, okay. Well, if I can use it under strength, then yeah.
Yeah, it's just basically a different style of intimidation.
Mm,
Oh, I need a drink.
yeah.
I
Scribe,
made notes. Okay.
In character laws, I'm going to go and do a food and drink run.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, I've been spending Nova points like a mofo.
Well, that's
Yeah.
good. It fills in the little dots. That's nice. Thank you.
It does, doesn't it? Anyway,
Sandy.
But yes, when you make an intimidation roll, state to me that you're using it under strength, and then you can do it with your strength and mega strength and intimidation. So it'll be a lot better for you.
Aye, I think so.
Okay, so Cass has gone. Sorry, A grade has disappeared off to go and get food. He's going to do a food run. So as he's gone, shortly after, it only takes a few minutes, but he will start to come around. Flo's still absolutely unconscious. So T comes around. She's tied up. Her mouth is gagged, and across the way from her is Dr. Hendricks, still unconscious.
So A-Grade's out, gone to get food at the moment.
Yeah.
I'll just to everybody, just no noise.
She sits there, her eyes go wide, she struggles in vain against the bindings, tries to have a look around. Let's have a look. What's she have? No, she doesn't have cyber eyes. Okay.
Is that?
Okay, so yeah, she struggles for a while, realizes she can't do anything, and just sort of sits there. She looks very shaken and very scared.
Right, we're just going to keep her that way until Hendrix wakes up.
Okay.
Just eat food in silence when it comes back.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if A grade wants to watch. I think he's going to go in the kitchen.
There's no other room. You'll have to go in the bathroom.
I can't hear the bone snapping. I can't hear the bone snapping.
But you'll hear the scream. Don't worry.
So after a few minutes, A-grade returns with what have you gone to buy, A-grade? Have you gone out to get a burger and eat where you are? Or are you coming back with munchies for everybody?
Both.
Both. You can stuff your face and then come back.
While I'm there, and then
Yeah.
get a standard takeout cheeseburger, greasy wheel for everybody, and a second one for myself to bring back.
Okay, so they're $5 each. So you've got 5 of those. That's 25 yen. Excuse me, sorry. So yeah, you get yourself a couple of triple cheeseburgers and one each for everybody else. And so yeah, it's not very long. It's only about 10-15 minutes after A-grade leaves that he turns back up. And he lets himself in with an armful of burgers. So obviously he will hear the door opening, and she will try and look around.
I'm going to psychic link to Q and say, do you want to come here to eat this so it doesn't diminish the intimidation?
No, come walking past. Let her hear you walk past, but say nothing.
Right.
And come meet us at the back.
Food, everybody.
Anyway,
Okay.
I don't mind her hearing footsteps and things. It adds to the atmosphere. She knows that she's not alone.
Yeah.
Especially if someone comes in with an armful of burgers, walk straight past her,
Yeah,
ignoring
but
her.
she's
sits
not. She's not
behind
going
her.
to see that because she's in a little circle of light and she can't.
We're
see
only in a
outside
small
it.
room.
You are only in a small apartment.
Is it? Nah.
We're all masked up. A-grade will be masked up because he went out for burgers.
Well, in the apartment, where's the kitchen from?
There is no kitchen. There is the room, which is the bedroom, the lounge, the
It's a
kitchen.
studio
It's
flat.
that type. Yeah. And
Studio
the only
flat.
other room is the bathroom. So we're basically sat behind her in the living room. She won't be able to crane her
Either
head
that,
back.
or you're sat on Pugworm's bed behind a pull curtain.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, just walk past her then, but don't look at her and don't say a word. Just walk past.
That's even worse. Somebody walks in, you can
Oh, just fucking shut up and
Just
do
do
it.
it.
So you walk past her, she sees you, she hears you, she smells the burgers. You go to the curtain where the bed is, you pull it aside ever so slightly just so you can get through, and the other three of them are just sat on the bed, grinning, and AJ passes out burgers.
only. Everybody. No talking. Q seems to know what he's on about. Only psychic link. It ups the intimidation.
Do you have a knife block in the kitchen, by any chance?
I don't know. Did you leave one?
Not so much a block. I've got a kitchen knife.
Do you have
In the
a,
drawer.
do you have one of those?
On you?
Do you have
not
one
in the
of those
kitchen.
sharpener things? You know,
Yes.
You mean a stone or a thing?
no, one of those.
What,
things.
you
Or
left it all
or
behind?
a
and
strap
moved?
or something?
That butcher would use, you know, the steel. The
Yeah.
Steel, yeah. If you've got one of them,
Yes.
I'll
You're asking.
No, you won't have one of those.
Ah, yeah, bugger.
You're street level. This sort of stuff, you know, it'd be cheaper just to go out and buy another knife when that one gets blunt.
No, it's the noise of a knife being
Oh,
sharp.
I appreciate that, but I'm just saying, the low class stuff that you've got, none of your knives match, none of your furniture matches, none of your plates match. This is what you're living in. It's just above squatter.
Hey!
I'll try and intimidate him with a spoon.
A couple of them.
Front it is.
No, what would be really intimidating is you're walking right in front of her silently, just kneel in front of her, and then stroke her face. Walk over to
Oh, yeah.
Hendrix and then snap a finger.
When he's awake, yeah, absolutely. That's absolutely the way it's going to be done.
However, you've been waiting an hour now, and Hendrik still hasn't woken up.
That's fine. If the rest of you want to go to sleep, I'm quite happy.
Actually, shall I
Has anyone taken his pulse?
grade make a suggestion to Kaz? I'm not going to say anything to her, but I'm just going to unnerve her. What I'm going to plan to do is go out, check his heart rate, his pulse, say nothing to her, and then come straight back behind the curtain.
I'll fill in Q. Chill. She's not going to say anything. It's intimidation plus also checking his pulse.
Fantastic.
Okay. All right. I'll class that as an aid to Cass's intimidation. So if
Yeah.
you want to roll your appearance, because that's what intimidation is under.
And take an auto success.
And the fact
Because
that
you're
she
my
now
death
knows
threat.
that there's at least 2 people in the flat.
Because that negates my.
Yeah. Roll your 5 dice.
Oh, yes! I get 2 successes.
Intimidating.
Successes. All right. So, Cass, when you are rolling your intimidation, eventually you can add 2 successes on which are the successes that Magpie's just given you
Did you say 3?
when she goes 2.
2.
2 extra successes on your intimidation roll when you make it from Magpie. So Magpie goes in, she says not a word, checks his pulse. It seems strong and it seems stable. He is drugged and unconscious, but he doesn't seem to be in any sort of medical, not having any medical problems. She stares at you, she watches like a hawk, everything you do. She even tries to and you just blank her and walk out. Okay, you blank her and walk out.
More intimidating is we're not doing anything over the top. It's very matter of fact. It's something we seem to do every day. That would be intimidating as fuck.
No, she's nervous now. She knows that there's more than one. She's seen 2. Whether she noticed how many burgers you were carrying is something else, but she knows she's not alone.
His breathing is steady and deep. It doesn't look like he's going to wake up for a while yet.
That's fine. I'm happy to leave it and let him wake up naturally. And
Meditate.
the thing I want them to see, I want them to make eye contact before I break his finger.
Okay.
Oh, I've just had a thought. Q,
Yes.
do you want me to establish a psychic link with her?
Yes, I did.
Wow.
I did say that to you earlier. Just so she might say no, I don't know where they are, but in the back of her head, you might be able to
No,
look some up.
no. Telepathy is the one that can tell sort of this fork. Psychic links is you have to think it's like talking on a telephone.
All right, so there's no right. Okay.
There's no point.
Okay.
I mean, you can try telepathy now to see what she's thinking about, but that's going to cost you quantum.
It's probably oh my god, oh my god, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh my god, oh my god. That's probably all you're gonna get at the moment. Yes. No, I know it's boring, and if you guys want to go to sleep, but
I'm going to meditate.
I'm gonna wait until he's awake and they notice each other and look at each other, try to talk to each other, and then I'll walk in.
Okay. So yes, meditating is a good idea because that'll help you get some points back. A grade again. I mean, you don't know how to meditate, but you can sit quietly and you can get some points back.
Oh, meditation is a specific skill, right?
Yes.
Can I ask a question about how long it's been since I was cursed with being unable to drink and eat?
It's been about 24 hours now.
Ah,
So you're mid-afternoon.
It was you shouldn't drink. You
drink, yeah.
could still eat.
Please, may I attempt to go and get a drink?
You'll have to cross.
Burgers. Brought them in. You've got a Coke in with the ready meal.
I'm opening that Coke.
Oh,
I thought it was
opening-
just burgers because they were $5 each. Ready meal is $8 each.
Don't care.
Right now, I need the food.
So you'll have got ready meals for everybody.
I'm
So
gonna
that's-
drink
That's
it.
another 15 then.
I'm just necking it.
Yeah. Okay.
Any ill effects? Am I still struggling?
No, you're fine now.
Oh, thank the gods!
He says quietly.
No, he said it loudly.
No, I said it. I said it loudly. It's my fucking apartment. What are you talking about?
Well, I'm gonna glare at you and go shh.
I bet you just backhanded you then. She said quietly, I'll give you a slap.
With my tail.
All right, with your tail. You get a slap on the back of the head with a magpie's tail.
Ow. Has anyone got any booze?
Yes. I always have my hip flask.
I mean, I forget. I can actually telepathy as well. I just keep on forgetting to set it all up.
Psychically linked to A grade, and A grade can pass on the message.
So, A grade. Booze, 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 booze.
I pull out my hip flask and I pass it on.
Yes.
Hope you refreshed it.
Yeah.
It's got
Absolutely.
fumes only.
No, because it was vinegar. You turned it to fucking vinegar, didn't you? So
That wasn't me. That was just
Flask. It's more of a.
that was the magic of the. That was the magic of the universe.
no, when I was out earlier, I restocked.
Yeah.
Mind you, that might be even more intimidating. Silence, silence, silence. And half an hour goes
Oh
by,
my
and
God!
His childish voice go, "Oh, thank God!" It's like, where the fuck am I?
I'd imagine she's getting a bit freaked out. Yeah,
That's
So-
amazing.
It feels like a lifetime, but another hour goes by.
that's
Oh. As long as I've had beer, alcohol, or something, I will be happy in a
I
corner.
roll for my meditation.
yeah.
So I get
As long as you're not rolling for defecation.
Yes. No.
What?
Fuck you, dice.
Oh.
Get my normal back.
Hmm.
Fucking ones.
So
How
when he
many is
opens,
that?
just so I'm still trying to work out how to work these dice. So I get 2 dice for intimidation plus the
Your
2
strength.
plus my strength, which is
4.
4.
and then you've got one mega strength dot, and you can either take one success with that, or you can roll it. Where a 7, 8, 9 is 2 successes and the 10 is 3.
Autos I gave.
And the 2 autos that Magpie gave you.
Yeah, I'll take the mega when it comes to it. So that's
It was an auto.
as an auto, yeah.
Right.
Because the
So
way
you'll
the way be rolling 6, yeah,
you'll be rolling 6 dice, and you'll have 3 auto successes.
yeah. Because the way the dice
Okay.
are rolling at the moment is shit. So yeah.
Fair enough. So yeah, it's getting later on in the afternoon. It's nearly 4 o'clock in the afternoon now. It's starting to hit the golden time of sunlight, because it is winter in the northern hemisphere, before Flair even stirs. But eventually, he stirs. It's taken him nearly 3 hours to come round from this trank gun, and he makes a few sounds, but of course he's gagged. Once he realises he's tired and gagged, he snaps awake fairly quickly, and he looks up, and he's looking back at him. Now you're behind a curtain, so you can't see them, but you can hear them going woo, woo, woo. An old man goes woo, and the young girl goes woo.
Well, I'm going to come out from behind the curtain and just stand watching them for a second or two, just to make sure that they've made a connection.
Mm-hmm. They've definitely made a connection. They're looking at each other and they're trying to talk, but they're both gagged.
So I'm going to walk up behind Teehee and slowly, top of her head, stroke her hair and her cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
Then reach over
She
her
flinches.
shoulder and just lick her cheek.
Okay.
Through your balaclava.
She flinches.
Then I'm going to walk over so she can see, stand next to Mr. Hitchens or Dr. Hendricks, grab his pinky and just wrench it.
Snap.
Snap.
Oh, he will make.
Then I'm going to turn round to her and say, "You're right there, darling. I'd like to have a little word with you if you don't mind."
Her eyes are wide with fear.
Are you
You'll have to
listening in?
remove the-
Oh, I'm not wearing a mask.
No, she's garbed.
Yeah, no, not yet. I'm looking for certain artifacts.
Beep,
Little...
boop.
Are you beeping into me then, were you?
Yeah.
I'm tuning into.
Oh, right, sorry. No, I wonder if you can help me, darling, because there's a couple of little things we're looking for. 2, in fact, that we'd
Right.
really be interested. Is it 3? Sorry. 3 little things that we'd really be interested in getting our hands on. And a little bird tells me you're the girl to tell me where they are. Would you like to tell me a little bit about it? Now I'm going to see if she nods or shakes or whatever. What's she doing?
She nods, yeah, she's
Right.
definitely happy to speak.
Right, so I'll loosen her gag. And I'll say, okay then, love. Whereabouts are these chips?
I was hired by a fixer called Cooperman. He seemed to have the right sort of juice, you know what I mean? He pulled the team together and gave me the call, you know, time and place sort of stuff. I just led them into the place where the chips were being manufactured. He grabbed the chips and stuffed them under his jacket, and then we left. On the way out, one of his runners, a woman called Freya, I think she was a street mage, she took a couple of rounds from a guard and went down hard, and Cooperman said, "Leave her." And then some samurai that I'd never seen before throws me into a chopper that appeared in the parking lot, and we took off in a cloud of dust. And I've been hiding out with Flair ever since. I don't know whose idea it was in the first place. I mean, originally it was Junior that got in touch with me. You know Thomas Martelli Jr.? And he was real convincing, if you know what I mean. He said there was a cred stick and a souped up ferrite Excalibur in it for me, if I helped him out. And he gives me the details, and he tells me Cooperman will be giving me a call in a day or so. I guess it was about 2 days later when he buzzed, and we're on, he says, and you know the rest now. What do you need to know? I mean,
So
just let Fly go. He's got nothing to do with
All
this.
right, darling. All right, darling.
Say.
So you're telling me you don't have the chips?
No, Cooperman has them, or he had them.
And are you going to tell me you have got no idea where this fella is?
I don't. I honestly don't.
No, seriously,
he
love.
contacted me. He picked us all up. We did the run, and then he dropped me off again. All
Now,
I know
I'm
is
absolutely sure about this, love, because this young man here in the corner here, he's only got 9 more fingers left, and then I'll start getting onto the big bones.
I don't know what you want to know. I mean, I can tell you about the chips.
I want to know where this Cooper man is.
As I say, I wasn't the base of the operation. It was Junior that organised it all.
Out of character, can everyone remember who Junior is?
Yes, I know. I'm thinking about. He's the one that interrupted our meeting with the Indian fella.
I mean, the chips they're a type of dream chip, very hush hush. I know they're illegal, but you should see these things. They're like a personality chip. I think Junior handled that end of it all. But you plug them in, and you become the man or the woman of the chip. But they're unstable as hell. If you leave them in too long, you can lose yourself forever. But you don't have to worry about them being produced now, because I trashed all the R&D files. There's one backup which I put in Junior's desktop computer, and Junior promised to use them only after the merger with HSC went through, and he pulled me back on the team.
Say that again about the backup.
There's only one backup of all the R&D files. It's on Junior's desktop computer, and he said that once the merger with HSE went through, he would invite me back on the team, and I could carry on working for him.
Okay. All right, love. You just
Please,
hang on there just a second.
Let Fly go.
Sure.
Doesn't know anything.
Sure.
Just put it back in.
It's all right, love. I'm just going to go and talk to my boys, and then we'll decide what we're going to do with you and Flair. Just sit tight. Don't you worry about it. So I'm going to go back to the curtain,
Okay.
come in and talk to the rest of you. Did you
Now
guys?
you're only behind. You're in a small
Yeah, no.
apartment. You're only behind a curtain, so everybody will have heard
Right, that's what I
everything that's
wanted.
going on.
So you all heard that? That bastard Junior.
Yeah. How much of that was true with telepathy, Lewis?
Roll me telepathy dice then.
Oh, 2 successes.
Everything was true. She spilled her guts. She left nothing behind. That's all she knows. And as far as she's aware, it's the God's honest gospel truth.
Ping that to everybody.
Fantastic. Okay.
Into A grade. Personal opinion. Any fixes we know, track down this Cooperman. Second, we've got the contact details for Ms. Johnson. She may be very interested to know that the backups may still be on Junior's desktop computer. Next thing we need to know is information from her on any hangouts where Junior goes, because Junior may have the chip.
Yep, we need to talk to Mrs. Sunshine.
We need to track down Cooperman, and we need to talk to Miss Johnson, because at the moment Junior's implicated in a very, very big way.
Scribe, my man. Can you check
Yeah.
out the hospitals?
Ryber man, are you high?
No, I said my man.
Oh,
We pass that on.
Scribe, my man. Do you want to check out the hospitals, see if there was any ladies got shot up recently and brought in? What that? No, I'll go
Yep.
back out to the girl and say, what night did this happen with the shootout?
When we took the chips, it was
2 nights.
2 nights ago. It was the Saturday night.
Okay. Scribe, check out the hospitals 2 nights ago.
yeah, I'm on it.
What did this Freya look like?
She was an elf, beautiful, mid-20s, a mage, I think she was. but not a talisman mage. She seemed to have all the power herself. She did things with her fingers and said strange words.
Did you hear that, Scribe?
Long blonde hair, elf, um, pretty.
Check out the hospital, see if she's still there or if they brought her in. All right, Lovey, what am I going to do with you now?
So there's one thing else. The chips. When we got in the chopper, Cooperman kept one of the chips for himself, gave one to the street samurai, who I don't know anything about, and gave one to the rigger who was piloting the helicopter.
Fuck. Split.
Fuck, they've already
Fuck.
used the fucks.
No, it's not that. It's that they're all fucking split up. There's 3 fucking people we're going to fight now.
Yeah, but they're high-grade SimSense chips that got split between them, which means they've all been fucking used.
Maybe. I'm pretty sure Junior wants the chips unused to sell on
Exactly.
or whatever. So
No. Thingy wants them.
I think they just split them up so that if they get caught, they don't get all the chips. It's very clever. What are we going to do with these 2 then?
Sorry, what was the name
Nothing.
of the fixer that he mentioned?
Sorry?
What was the name of the fixer that he mentioned that was
Cooperman.
hiding them?
Cooper. Cooperman.
Cooperman.
Right. Magpie.
Mm-hmm. Nico.
Okay, Nico. Magpie, Nico. Do you think Mr. Sunshine could do with a decent decker on the team?
Depends on how loyal she can be. You know what Mr. Sunshine's like.
I'm pretty sure he could make her as loyal as he wants her to be.
Well, I can have a word with her and I can fix that Hendrix if you guys start taking up the leads.
Yeah, because give it a job.
She'll owe it.
Absolutely.
She needs to work up for freedom.
Absolutely. But
Right, you guys do your
rather than
thing.
just topping her, I'd make her useful.
You guys do your thing.
Right.
I'll
I'll go back out and I'll have a word with Teehee and I'll say, look, love, spot on. You did the right thing. You've told us what we need to know. Let me do you a favour. There's a man I know that might be able to use your skills and put some work your way. And I'm sorry about your friend's finger. We'll get that sorted as well. But yeah, you're free to go. As soon as we're out of here, we'll make sure you're looked after.
I'll come out and go towards Hendrix
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
refix his finger. Shack it up.
Okay.
Right, so let's get in touch with Mr. Sunshine to come and collect these 2 and then
I'll do that.
we'll get on our way. Let's get back to the flat and decide if we can
We are in the
track.
flat.
Oh, so we're okay.
What I said to you guys is, well, I fix this up and talk to Teehee about what we can do for her. You guys can go and make some phone calls
Yes, I think we should.
because we need to find Cooperman. Someone needs to contact Miss Johnson about the fact that Junior is behind this.
Right, I'll do that.
So we need to track down those 2 people.
Yeah, I'll contact Miss Johnson. You guys, Scribe, if you can check the hospitals, see if we can get a handle on
Yeah.
this Freya.
I already said I would.
Thank you. A grade.
So that is Cooperman for A grade.
Yeah, A
Right.
grade. If you can put the word on the street, see if you've ever heard of this Cooper man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where have I
And
already heard of?
I'll go and have a word with Miss. How far away are we from Miss Johnson's place?
You've got her phone number
Yeah, I'm just wondering. Go face
a
to
long
face.
way away.
Away with.
She's downtown. She's nearly 2 hours on the bus.
Right, no problem. I'll go to the phone and I'll give her a bell, and let her know what we know about Junior, because I'm sure she'll be delighted to get that word. And
Okay. Well,
who was the Indian fella? That was
Wait, Wayland.
Erlen Main.
Wayland. Sorry. Where did I get Wayland from? TV show. Sorry.
Whaling Industries.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, so I'll go and have a word with Miss Johnson and pass on some information, see if she can bring any information back to us as to where Junior might be, because we'd like to have a word with him. Or she might ask us to go and have a word with him. I don't know. Yeah, so
Also-
I'm going to give it a phone.
Don't use my regular name. I'm Braith, not A grade.
Wraith. I keep forgetting the bloody names.
We'll say you forget out of character because
Yeah.
it was blatantly obvious. So.
Is there any chance I can make a streetwise roll to see what I know about Cooperman?
Yeah, you can all do that in a second. I'll have to take you all off and do you separately, as it were, missus.
Yeah.
Just give me a second. All right, so I'll do you the order of screens that I've got. So first is James A. grade. Who are you going to talk to and what are you
Wraith.
going to talk about?
Wraith. Don't call him Maker.
That's all right. It's not talking about it in front of an NPC. Well, first off, do I know of Cooperman before today?
Good question. Roll me streetwise then, please.
Ooh, I'm getting down.
Okay, 1, 2. Two successes, but 1, so 1 success.
Okay, you know Cooperman's a fixer, and you've never had any dealings with him. You don't know him at all. Yourself.
So we don't have any more names.
Contact.
Sorry?
You have contacts.
Yeah, we don't have any names for who the street samurai or the rigger were in the helicopter.
No. Oh, sorry.
Okay, I'm going to just put the call out. Yeah, Neon. And Windtalker.
Yeah, the only name we've got is that Freya. That's the only name.
Okay, roll your context test then, James.
Contacts. Da-dee-da-da-dee-dee-da-da. What is it? Is it just 5 dice for 5 contacts?
Yeah.
Okie doke. One success again. That's shit on 5 dice.
Okay. So, two things then. So, first of all, you go off and you go and make some calls. As you're going, where are you making calls from? Are you going back to your place, or are you going back to where your office was? Going to the office. Okay. So, as you walk through the manor on the way to your office, which isn't far away, it's only a couple of blocks away.
Yep.
You notice 3 go-gangers in blood rumbler colours going south to north. So they must be either brave or idiots, because that means they've ridden through Crimson Crush territory as blood rumblers and are heading towards Yakuza territory.
Yep.
Just notice that. Very strange. You don't see blood rumblers around here. And you then ring around. Unfortunately, Neon doesn't know anything more about Cooperman than you do. However, you were also going to talk to your mage as well, weren't you? And unfortunately, your mage says, Cooperman, yeah, he's a bit of a face. He sometimes goes by the name of the Historian, because he's really big on history. He loves his old history, European history, that sort of stuff. I know that he's been like a man possessed recently. In the last few days, he seemed to have got wind of something that he really wanted. And, you know, he's just thrown everything into it. Apparently, he was like, you know, the world was going to stop if he didn't get hold of this thing. I don't know what it was. And he's turned over his whole operation for this new doodad or whatever it is. Maybe some sort of collectible, I don't know. But yeah, for the past few days he's been not taking calls unless they've been to do with this, whatever it is that he's heard about. He's become a man obsessed with it.
You don't know any more about any of his crew, any of his regular contacts that he hires?
Give me a sec. He's got some sort of. Well, I heard from a friend he called in a few markers and he's managed to score some sort of corporate race from downtown called Griffin. So whatever the job was, it must have been heavy to need that guy. That's all I know.
Street Sam.
Yeah, Griffin.
You're a dude, I owe you one. We need to get very, very stoned very, very soon together.
No worries. All right, take it easy. Bookworm.
Yes. I need to investigate about people ending up in the hospital, don't I?
Freya.
Freya, that's the one. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's do some of that. I need to roll some dice. Oh, God. What?
Okay. So who are you going to talk to?
I'm going to speak to my doctor.
Okay.
That's the main character. Sorry. Second mouse. 1 second. His name is... I forget.
Patch.
Patch. That's it. Patch. Yeah.
Okay. Roll your context dice for me.
That is... You did just tell everyone what they were doing, but what am I dice am I rolling?
Contacts.
Just contacts. Oh, 3. Oh. That's a negatory.
Okay.
0.
All right. So you go into Patch's waiting room. He will not be available immediately. You'll notice that there are a couple of street people in the waiting room, and as you're waiting to talk to Patch, the two they look like Joe boys, rent boys, and one of them says, "It's not safe. It's not safe. Si was found all cut up in that alley. I know she specialises in servicing razor boys, but this is too much of a service if you ask me. Is she alright? No. She's in pieces. Oh, God. And that's our Patch? Yeah, he was on our Patch. And then Patch says, I'll speak to you now. And you ask about Freya, and I'm afraid he doesn't know anything. All he can suggest is you might want to try the other local street docks. There is another street dock in the manor. Well, there's two. There's the big troll, and then there's what's the big troll's name? James, what's your street dock called? Bones. So there's the big troll Bones. He's in the manor, and then there's Dr. Bob as well.
Well, I'm going to go around both and see what I can find out.
Okay.
I'll go to Bones first.
Okay. You'll have to. Okay, so he's not a contact of yours, is Bones.
No.
So you can go around and try and speak to Bones, but unfortunately he's busy at the moment. He's in surgery and he won't be able to speak to you.
What about Dr. Bob? Any joy there?
Well, that's taken a while, so I will duck back to you in a minute.
Yeah.
Cass.
Yes.
What are you doing? Who are you speaking to? You're going to see Mr. Sunshine, are you?
Miss Sunshine. I'm going to call her first before.
Oh, Miss Johnson. Okay.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. Miss Johnson. Yes. I'm going to call her and tell her what we know about Junior.
Okay, so you ring her up and the phone picks up and she goes, hello?
Hello there, Miss Johnson. Got a little bit of information here you might find useful.
Oh, hello, Shades, yes.
Yes.
Keep it light. I'm not confident of the security of this telephone line.
Well, it seems that one of our or one of your business partners is he may be involved in what we're looking for.
Oh, um, thank you for bringing that to my attention. I think I need to speak to you face to face. I don't trust these telephones.
That's great.
You need me at Banshee tonight, 11 o'clock.
Absolutely, I can get there.
All right. I'll speak to you then. Thank you for letting me know.
No problem. See you there.
See you there.
Right. So, so I'm going to make my way then on the bus and head off to where is it we're going? It's
The Banshee?
The Banshee.
The Banshee's only a half an hour walk away, and she said 11 o'clock tonight. It's only about 5:30 now.
Oh God. Okay. Right. Fine. Right. Got plenty of time.
Yeah, you got plenty of time.
I like that T-shirt, by the way, DK.
Yeah.
A little bit of serenity.
Ah, yes.
Right, Manju?
Go out, calmly, just fix up Hendrix,
Mm-hmm.
and start talking to Teehee as I'm fixing up Hendrix.
Okay.
I know you're scared, I know you're worried, and I know you've been used. You do have a note.
Okay.
My comrade wasn't lying when he says he knows someone that could use the person with your talents. You will end up indebted to this person. This person expects loyalty. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But I can take Hendrix back. He will not know where you've gone. He will be safe. Your only other option is death. Because if my comrades don't aid you, I suspect the people who hired you will.
So, what exactly are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting you trust me.
Trust in me.
I know it doesn't seem like it, but I do speak honestly here. We're not bad on the greater scale of things. And if you're loyal, and if you play the game properly, you will find a place here.
What do I need to do?
For now, we need to speak with this person to make sure they're agreeable. You need to lay low. You need to trust us.
Okay. Make a rapport roll for me, please.
Ooh, that's better. 3 successes.
Oh, I,
She loves you.
um, I, I'm happy to lay low. I am willing to try and get out of this. I am in way over my head. And I don't know if I can trust Junior.
You can't.
But at the moment, I don't think I've got anywhere I can go.
I know what that feels like. But the person I'm talking about was good to me. He is harsh, but fair.
Okay. Yeah.
But you must understand, loyalty is everything. If
Okay.
anyone comes to you to betray him, agree, walk away, and go straight to him and tell him. He will keep you safe. He is the most fair person I have ever met. I would be dead if it wasn't for him.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yes.
I will fix your friend up. And then I'm going to speak to my friends. I may have to blindfold you for a while, but it is security. I have no intention of killing you. Do you understand?
Yes.
Good.
Okay.
Brilliant. Nico, would it help with your persuasion if I healed him?
You're not there.
You're not there, mate.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bind his fingers up.
Okay.
Then contact A grade mentally after I've binded his fingers up because I want to concentrate on that.
Medicine.
Ha! 2 successes. 4 successes and 2 ones.
Oh,
So 2 successes.
yeah, you've done a good enough job with what there is in the flat. You know, you've had to use a lolly stick, the bookworm had, but other than that,
Whatever works.
luckily you're in the room of a teenager, so you know. So yes, there's lolly sticks.
But
Just
it's
use
not
lolly
bleeding.
sticks.
I need something to bind his fingers. After I've done that, no, before I contact X-Ray, I'll turn to Hendrix. You heard everything I said.
Yes.
You understand what I said.
Oh yes.
You may never see Tee again. You may never speak to her again. But I do promise you, and I do not make promises lightly, that I have the best intentions here. Perhaps one day you could speak with each other when it's safer, but it will be a while away. It is best for you to remove all knowledge of Tee from your mind for now, for her safety and for yours.
Okay.
Thank you. Breathe.
I'm choosing to trust you because I only want what's best for her.
I thought so. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have something to do, and I will just sit in the corner and meditate, pretend to meditate, and contact A grade. A grade,
Yo,
I believe we can disband these two now. Please contact you and confirm for me my plan. My plan is to blindfold Tiki. She is aware. I will teleport Hendrix back blindfold to the apartment and come straight back. They have made their promises. They understand the situation.
you think they're going to be regarding that as binding? You trust them to play their part?
I believe they have no other options.
Well, there is that. I like your style.
Tiki already said that she does not believe she can trust Junior. She definitely can't.
Well, Junior's clearly playing a double game because he burst in on that meeting and did all of that.
But can you relay my plan to Q? And get
Absolutely. Would it help to heal his finger myself, or are you just going to let that slide?
I have bound it enough for now, and it will heal in time. I'm sure he can go to a doctor's. It will be safer for him not to know just what we can do. That's why I'm blindfolding them before I take them.
I hear you. Cool. Shout me if you need anything else. I'm talking to Q now.
Hello.
What he said. I'm not relaying everything. I'm doing an info dump. I like the idea of this plan. It keeps her secure. It improves our standing with Mr. Sunshine. We're bringing in an asset that he might not have had the capability. Whatever. He's got additional capability, and it's down to us. It
Well,
keeps her up the streets and secret.
at the end of the day, it's up to Mr. Sunshine what he wants to do with her. If he wants to top her off or keep hold of her,
Oh.
it's up to him. But
Absolutely, but it's getting her off the street, out of the way.
Absolutely.
Who's standing with him? So she's going to blindfold her for security, and you can make the transfer.
And what we're doing with the old fella?
She's taken care of him. She's taken him back. Just going to dump him via teleportation back into his place.
Good job. Fantastic. Well, I'm going to, if you can let everybody know, I'm going to go to the bar. I'm going to have a couple of drinks because it's been a while. And then I'm going to make my way up to the Banshee, or the Bashi, or whatever you want to call it.
Banshee.
And meet Miss Johnson later on. And then I'll come back and we'll all meet at Scribe's flat. And
Yeah.
I'll clue you in to what has been said.
That sounds a good one.
But I desperately need to get to a bar. I need a Guinness and something to eat. So
I'll tell everybody this, and I'll join you actually at the Rose and Crown.
fair play.
Scribe,
Nah,
yeah,
Beer.
nah. Always.
Rose and Crown, 5 minutes.
Nah. Yeah, I'm on there.
Okay, so
It's
in
your
that
round.
case, you haven't had a chance to go to Dr. Bob's yet, Bookworm.
Yeah.
You've
Understood.
done, yeah. As Cass, as you're, where are you going? You're going to get a beer, are you? You're heading
Yeah.
up towards Mr. Sunshine, the Rose and Crown.
Yeah, I'm going to go and have a couple of pints before I head off to the Bashi.
Okay, so you're walking to the Rose and Crown, and you see something you don't see every day. A band of Red Rovers riding with a group of Blood Rumblers
What the fuck?
going through Mr. Sunshine's territory, south to north again. Which means both the Blood Rumblers and the Red Rovers have ridden through Crimson Crush territory, and now they're heading towards the Yak.
I am going to make a point
That's
of
what
mention
Cass has seen.
Yeah.
what
yeah,
I
yeah.
saw to Mr. Sunshine.
Well, I'm
Okay.
heading that, as we're heading
Book
to the
one.
road and Crown.
As you're heading over towards the bar, you notice a meat wagon from one of the local hospitals is making a pickup. You catch a glimpse of what's left of a young girl before the attendant covers her with a sheet. There's blood everywhere.
Oh, can they get close enough without being suspicious?
There's a couple of people taking in the street theatre, so you can sort of elbow your way in. And yeah, they're loading her onto a gurney. The blanket is covering her face. She's clearly dead. There's blood soaking through the white sheet.
Bollocks. Anyone know what happened?
Somebody was just slashed up on the street.
What?
She was a local pro.
She was local what? Sorry.
Prostitute.
Pro.
Pro.
Anyone got a name?
Don't know her.
Oh, man.
Don't know her.
Are the cameras out here?
No.
Ah, of course not. Because that would be useful. Oh, anything else lying around, like ID on the floor or anything else that's loose?
Make me an awareness roll, please.
I can do an awareness roll. That's on that thing there, and I go up to there, and then go that many dice. Stick, which is like this. Kaboom! Wash your fingers, everyone.
6 dice.
Oh, that's the worst. That's a 0.
You don't see anything.
I'll just report back to the gang. I'll do it remotely to A grade.
Okay, so the three boys are all heading towards the Rose and Crown, so you can meet up there and have a chat in a minute. Magpie, you're going to teleport Flair blindfolded back to his own apartment,
Yeah.
and
I'm
then
going to unbind him and say, count to 20, take your hood off,
Mhm.
and then get back.
all right, you teleport back to where T is.
Do you want me to roll for those?
Maybe a roll just in case, please.
You. One success.
Okay.
At least one of those ones was on the mega.
Okay. So, as I'm approaching the Rose and Crown, who's on the door?
Crunch, Titch, and Randoms.
Crunch. Crunch is an orc.
That's the same age as me.
I'm just
Yeah,
gonna.
he's.
I'll go up to Crunch and say, "Is the big man in?"
I think so. Yeah.
All right. Could you radio up, tell him I'm on my way up?
Yeah, sure. No worries. All right, Cass.
No worries. So yeah, I'm going to go upstairs to Mr. Sunshine's office. Give him a little knock.
Okay. Yeah. Come in.
Evening, boss. How you doing?
I'm all right, mate. How are you?
I'm a little bit concerned, to be honest, boss. On my way here, couldn't help but noticing a bunch of Red Rovers and Blood Rumblers heading towards the Yakuza through your territory. Are you aware of this?
In our territory. No, I wasn't.
Sorry?
What the fuck are they doing driving through my territory?
That's what I'd like to know, boss.
And they were, so they were heading towards the Yak area.
They were indeed.
So that means they must have gone through Crush territory to get to us.
Looks that way, boss, and it's very concerning.
Do you know anybody in the Crimson Crush?
Not as far as I'm aware. If they are, they're not telling me about it.
All right. Can you do me a favour?
Sure, boss.
Can you stand on the door for 10 minutes?
Absolutely not a problem.
Thank you. Can you go and tell Crunch that I want to have a word with him?
Will do indeed, boss. All right.
Cheers.
See you in a minute.
Thank you.
Right. I'll go downstairs. Crunch, my man. The big man wants a
Yeah.
word.
What, with me?
Yeah, mate. Just go up and say, I'll look after the door. Off your head.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty important, pal.
He seems a bit nervous. All right. Okay. And he makes his way over. And you stand the door for 10 minutes. But after about 5 minutes, Crunch comes back and says, thanks, Cass. I owe you one, mate. All right. It wasn't as bad as I thought, to be perfectly honest, so yeah, that's all right.
You all right, Crunch, man? You look a bit...
Yeah, I don't like talking to the boss man at the best of times, you know.
He's all right once you get to know him.
It's a bit fucking scary.
This is a big fucking orc saying this.
Yeah, Crunch stands at least 6'5", cubed.
I think Batista as an orc.
And so, yeah.
Yeah, don't you worry yourself. The boss man always got your back. You know that.
Yeah, he's all right, I guess. He's all right.
All right. I'm
all
going to head in and get a beer. You look after yourself. If you need a hand for anything, give us a shout.
Yeah, and he pulls a 5 new yen note out of his pocket. Have one for me.
Oh, cheers, buddy. Thank you. I might have to.
No worries.
Right, so
Am
I'm going to
I-
head towards the bar.
Sure. While you're still at the door, actually, Bookworm and A-grade will probably go in. So, yeah. You can all meet up in the bar.
It's not going to take me long to do my stuff, so when I'm ready, I will ping A grade and say I can bring TP over and blindfold. Now I can either do it through the attic or I can choose a safe zone outside. But I need Mr. Sunshine to be aware that I'm coming in with an asset.
Give me a chance, girl. I'm only just getting there myself.
Thank you.
Right. Let me know when I'm walking in, Lewis.
Yeah, you are. Yeah, you in fact, actually, as you go into the Rose and Crown, Cass is on the door.
If you're not on the list, you're not getting in.
Listen, have you been promoted or something?
Can't come in with those shoes on, man.
I don't like your attitude, son. You're not coming in dressed like that. Listen, remind me, what was the biker gang that I saw?
You saw the Blood Rumblers.
Right. Cass,
Yes, man.
is the big man in?
Absolutely. He's upstairs.
Right.
No, he's up there with Crunch at the moment, so give it a minute.
I'll work downstairs until I see Crunch come down.
No worries.
Yeah, it doesn't take long. And you see Crunch come downstairs. He walks past the bar, goes to the front, and relieves Cass from the front door duties. And so you know that Mr. Sunshine is probably free now.
I'll do the usual, go up to his room, give the special knock on the door, and say, "I am free there, big man."
I'm free, come on in.
Smell like.
So yeah, I've got a lot of stuff to do. First off, Magpie, she wants to know that if it's good with you, she has an asset that she'd like to bring in. I think for you to establish whether you want to take her on full time. We're talking about a Decker that was involved in some shit, but we think she's a valuable asset. We want to give you the opportunity of first refusal for her services. I think with the usual binding contract, I know what you mean. Second, and this one's more urgent. I've seen the Bloodrunners do a speed run through your territory, north to south.
South.
South to north. Yeah. Cass said he'd seen some Blood Rumblers knocking around as well. Said they were with Red Rovers. Were they with your brothers when you saw them?
I saw them on their own.
All right. So there's more than one bunch then.
15 minutes ago, if that, I came straight here.
All right. Thank you for letting me know. This is getting serious. Do you know anybody in the Crimson Crush?
Say again, sorry?
Do you know anybody in the Crimson Crush?
Do I? I don't. My tripwire.
No. The only person you know in the Crimson Crush is your enemy.
Yeah. I'll say, I really that smarmy ass wanker motherfucker gobshite tripwire, and I won't call him a contact.
I need to find out what the Crimson Crush know about the Blood Rumblers going through their territory. Can you deal with that?
I'll do my best. I don't know how much information he'll give me, but I'll reach out to him because it's you asking.
All right. Okay, tell my pal she can bring this asset in. I'm making no promises, but I'll talk to her.
That's all we can ask. Thank you very much.
All right.
Magpie, here I go.
Teleport to the attic.
Okay.
So that's another 3.
Yep. Let's take Teehee with you.
Use an auto this time.
Have you got to the
Oh,
bar
that
yet?
was a much
Sorry.
better roll. I know the attic like the back of my hand.
Bookworm,
4.
have you got to the bar yet? Did you come with?
To the bar. Yeah, I went in before.
Yeah, Bookworm's in the bar already, yeah.
So me and
I
Bookworm are having a pint. Yeah.
He teleports into the attic,
Yeah.
and Starling only lets out a little squeal. Oh, you frightened me. God. Get the shit out of me.
Hmm?
Leading through the attic. And just say to her, stay calm, okay? You're safe. There's going to be some steps in a minute. Take you through them.
Steps. There wasn't steps when I came into this place.
It's magic, dear.
Okay,
Take her down.
right.
turn around 3 times. And then carry on. Just protocol. And then do the knock.
Yeah. Come in.
Good evening, sir. I've brought a potential asset. Her name is Tihi. She's in a lot of trouble, but I believe she has potential.
All right.
Take a seat here. Come here. Gently. Stay calm.
Do we need to have a chat first?
Probably wise.
All
Well,
right.
just be a moment. Yeah.
Give me a moment. Titch. Come in, Titch. Take our guest down to the kitchen and give her something to eat and drink. Be nice. Yes, boss.
She still has the.
Yeah. Titch knows. Come with me, young lady. Okay. Titch takes her out to the office, and once the door's closed, Mr. Sunshine says, all right, who's she in trouble with?
She got caught up. From what I can assess, she basically got used by someone in her own corporation. Now, she's a very talented decker, from all we can assess. Extremely talented, very naive, and in a lot of shit. She can't go back to the corporation that originally hired her. The inside person will not be trusted and will likely kill her on sight. Whoever that they were dealing with will also likely kill her on sight. She can't go to the cops or anyone else.
Who's she called?
Forgotten the fucking court name.
Global Technologies.
But of course it's global technologies.
All right. I'm not a charity.
No.
But if she is as skilled as you say she is, then she could be an asset.
I did make it clear to her that you expect loyalty, that anyone tries to do what they did with her before, she says yes, walks away, goes straight to you and tells you. I said you're fair, but that you expect loyalty.
I expect, yeah. All right. Well, I'll let Titch talk to her. I'll deal with her.
She will need to lay low for a long time, but I have the impression if you give her a deck, she could be useful. Even if finding how technology works is what you need done, she would be very useful at that. According to some of the information we found out, she was key in developing some new technologies.
All right. Okay. Leave her with me. As I say, I'm not a charity and I won't take everybody on. But if she's as good as you say she is, I'll give her a chance.
If she completely fucks up, I expect my tab to grow. I know how it works.
Good. All right then. Leave her with me.
Thank you, Mr. Sunshine.
Just dude.
Are you listening to something, DK? DK.
Yeah, so I'm just checking. I've got messages coming in. Sorry, I'm all over the place.
Yeah. Just we can hear it.
You can
Right.
hear it.
So you can go downstairs and meet up with the rest of the boys if you want.
I don't know why, but I can hear. I can't really make it out, but I can hear voices talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How weird.
Before I go downstairs, I'll just go back up to Starlight and say, "You're right. I don't know about the gangs, but just
Yeah. I'm
So-
fine. You scared the shit out of me.
I know, sweetheart. Don't say anything about what you saw. We're doing someone a favour. I just obviously couldn't bring her in seeing everything. You
Okay.
understand?
Kind of. All right.
You didn't see a thing. Give us a hug.
I was worried about you
Why?
because of all the murders.
What murders?
That 3 girls have been stabbed and slashed up in the last 24 hours.
So that's why you're in here.
They're targeting, well, they've all been ladies of negotiable pleasures, but
Oh.
they're picking on young girls.
Okay. Do me a favour. Don't go out holiday.
If I go with Crunch or someone, that'll be alright.
If, well, maybe, maybe not. I personally think middle of the week, you know, it's Monday, concentrate on your portfolio.
Alright. We'll talk about it again on Friday, though, won't we? Okay. Alright, I'll stay in for the next few days.
Thank you. Go back downstairs,
Okay.
find the boys with a back in human skin, mask off, looking worried as fuck.
Yeah, there's a lot of shit going down.
Mm-hmm.
What do you know about 3 girls being murdered?
So what?
3
girls?
crows cut up.
Jeez, no.
Starling's just told me.
I know about the bikers from rival gangs ripping through the territory.
Do you think they're after the culprits?
I don't know. I think a lot is kicking off. I think someone might be stirring the pot and creating chaos for other reasons as a cover. Yeah, it don't take much to incite a few gang idiots to go ripping through territories and shoot anything they see.
What territories are they going through? And what
Ours.
gangs?
What is it? Blood Runners?
Rumblers.
The Rumblers.
Rumblers, yeah.
Rumblers.
Blood Rumblers?
Yeah, and the Red Rovers.
What territories?
Here.
They came from. They're going south to north.
So they're passing through 3 blocks of territory,
Yep,
Mm.
heading towards the Yak.
and they're not the main. Ooh. Have you said anything to Mr. S
Yep. Let them know.
and his reaction?
What the fuck?
He wants to find out more.
Basically, what the fuck?
Wait here, I'm going to make a phone call.
I got it into the same. Lawson, can you remind me what gang Tripwire is a member of?
He's a member of the Crimson Crush,
Crimson Crush.
but they're a big gang and they control a large territory.
I'm going to go back upstairs, switch to Magpie, and contact the ambush if I
Okay.
can. If I can.
Mm-hmm.
872. No ones, yay!
Okay.
8 and a 7, 2 successes.
Iggy will answer. Oh, Magpie.
Hi, I've just had some worrying news. Apparently, the Rovers and the Blood Runners have been passing through Crimson Crush to the north, and 3 girls have been sliced up.
3 girls.
3.
In the manor.
I'm not sure, but Starling told me that 3 girls have been sliced up, so I'm guessing it's local.
Yeah, it's more than that. I can't remember his name.
You know?
He knows Lost One tonight.
Really? He knows Lost One.
Yeah. One of his street girls got all cut up. Bits of her missing.
Fuck, who the fuck? Sorry. I've told Starling to stay in.
Yeah, stay in.
I think Mr. S would be interested to know
Hmm.
if you're willing to contact him or if someone is willing to contact him, because there's been 3 girls locally.
Right.
And we've got gangs moving through Crimson Crush, Manor, and up north. I don't know if the gangs are connected to the crimes or if they're pimps looking to spill blood.
Yeah.
I will put the word out and I will see what I can find out.
I'm going to be at the Rose and Crown for at least an hour, but I
Right.
don't know after then.
I'll give you a ring back.
All right, thank you.
So Lawson, Tripwire is on my character sheet as an enemy.
Mm-hmm.
Do I have a line of communication to him?
No. No. That would be too easy.
I
Because
know.
he would have a line of communication to you then. And you wouldn't
Yeah.
want that.
Oh, no, we're just sending each other text and fuck off and die, wanker.
No.
Have I got a way of at all getting in touch with the Crimson Crush? What would I do streetwise wise?
Well, you could walk south and
I've got a phone number.
you should, I mean, you bump into them eventually. There are a lot of them. I mean, they ride around in very obvious colours. And the vast majority of them are either orcs or orc wannabes. So humans that have been surgically altered to look like orcs. But short of walking into the Crimson Crush territory and then trying to find a dive bar and seeing if you get lucky, we don't really have a main contact there.
Yeah.
You might know a couple of bars that they populate down in the south.
Okay, I'm going to. We're all there in person at the moment.
Well, at
So-
the moment, all four of you are sat in the bar. So
Well, I'll go back up to get changed, come back down.
Yeah.
And then relay. It's not just around here. I've contacted a mate up north, and apparently, one of the high-enders has been taken out.
Shit.
High-end pro.
I get the feeling that something's going to kick off, something big. I think this is all a build-up. Mr. S has asked me what I can find out with regard to the Crimson Crush. I only hate people from the Crimson Crush. I don't have any solid leads into it.
I got a phone number from a guy yesterday.
Is it something you can follow up on, or do you want me to take it, or what?
I can give him a call.
I'm just going to put
What
this
was
out
that?
here, guys. Do you think
Yeah.
word's got out in the street that there's these chips are flying around? And we might not be the only ones looking for this geezer.
I can see what you're thinking, man, but
I don't think so.
how?
I,
How would it be
I
connected?
think what's happening with gangs going like that, if you've got a high ender taken out and 3 random, there's probably going to be more. And if they're coming up from the Crimson Crush territory, we need to find out if any girls have been taken out in that territory. Because what will happen if a pro gets taken out, if she's
But
owned,
if they're heading towards the
get
Yakuza,
retribution.
there might be a chance that that's Cooperman's working for them.
If they're heading towards the Yakuza, they're probably thinking that Yakuza are responsible.
Possible.
But I don't think so. Because you've got a high ender who's been taken out in the Yakuza territory.
Has anybody got any names, any new names at all for these? Because we're looking for
No.
a samurai, and we're looking for who was the
A
other
wigger.
one? There was.
James got the name for the samurai.
Oh, have you? What's the name of the samurai?
Well, I don't know that, but out of
Griffin.
character James.
Sorry,
Griffin.
a guy called Griffin.
Yeah,
Okay.
street samurai called Griffin. Freya the elf is with us in the hospital.
So we've got Freya, Griffin. Yeah, Bookworm. Did you find out anything about the girl?
Nothing, no. I've still got one contact I can try, but that's all.
Okay.
Go and make another phone call.
So we've got a rigger that we still don't know who the hell is.
We don't even have a name.
That could have been that Freya. We don't know.
I'm going to make a call, guys. It's a long shot, but it's an inquiry.
Or
I need to hit the phones as well.
yeah.
So, out of character, do you know what a rigger is?
Yes.
A rigger's somebody. It's like a decker, but more can do electronics and
Yeah.
stuff in it.
It's somebody who plugs themselves into vehicles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like a decker, but they're really good at driving or piloting. They have a series of. They have an entire control deck that's attached to their spine, and when they sit in vehicles, they can plug themselves into the vehicle, and it becomes them,
Right.
and they become it.
Yeah.
They make the best getaway drivers, the best pilots, all of that. Very, very expensive cyberware is rigging.
Yeah. So I'm just wondering, is the Yakuza involved in this? We're really.
I doubt it.
I'm going to meet Miss Johnson.
Hugh, can I just say something?
What?
I do not think the Yak are involved in this.
Okay. But I'm going to go and see Miss Johnson, and I'll pass on what we've got and see what she makes of it. She may be able to give us a lead on what Junior's been up to, because I'm pretty sure she's not just been letting him get on, left on his own.
Can I make the random phone call if he's allowed? Do I have to roll for it?
What's that saying?
The shopkeeper I flirted with yesterday.
Oh, you can try them. You can give them a call.
Mr. Ben.
Oh yeah.
No successes on the dice.
Just like
Yeah.
magic, the shopkeeper appears.
There's no answer.
Yeah. Oh dear.
Right, I'm gonna hit the phones. I want to call around all my contacts to see if they know what's going on, and if they've got any leads on Cooperman or Griffin, and also to warn them that my street sense is saying things are going to kick off. You might want to hunker down for a few hours a day or so.
My street sense is tingling.
My street sense is tingling.
Yes.
So it's partly to see if they've got any information that will be leads, both for our case and for increased gang activity. But I'm also warning everybody I know, and especially my street operative Beans. I'm going to slip him 100 new yen and say, you might want to take the next day off, dude, and keep a low profile.
Right. It's a long shot, but I might as well get in touch with my contacts, see if they know anything. I mean, Jimmy the Fish, Sparky, and Fagin. They might have heard something. You never know.
Okay.
3 D10s. Yeah.
What a brilliant name.
Sorry, Jimmy the Fish.
Jimmy the Fish. Perfect fucking name.
Right.
Okay.
Ooh,
I'm going to hang in the bar for an hour, just
Ooh.
at least.
2 8s and a 7.
Okay, so who are you talking to about whom?
Well, I'm just calling them, and I'm just going to say, anybody, what's the word on the streets? I'm looking for a guy called Cooperman.
Cooperman? Oh, the historian? Yeah. Or now he likes to be called Khan, apparently. He changed his name in the last couple of days.
Arn.
Khan.
Khan.
As in Khan.
Fuck's sake.
Wait. Oh,
Who's this I'm talking to?
no.
Jimmy the Fish.
Jimmy, my man. You wouldn't happen to know where he is. Or where he hangs out.
Well, apparently he's getting really tight with the Blood Rumblers.
Oh shit.
So it'll be downtown somewhere, but I don't know where, I'm afraid. Just
Or
we have to find the
outside.
Blood Rumbler and find them.
Yeah,
Hey.
outside.
I'll take it all back.
I owe
It
you
is
one, cuz. I really do. That's really... Do you know who he hangs around with? I've got a guy called Griffin that may hang
Griffin?
around with. Yeah. Bit of a street samurai.
Oh yeah, the only thing I know about Griffin is that he's so cybered up. You don't look at him funny. He's right on the edge. Some people already say he's already gone cyber psychotic.
Okay.
So yeah, he's a real nutcase, is Griffin. Be careful.
And a long shot, but they happen to know about an elven chick called Freya. Blonde girl.
No, sorry, never heard of her.
No worries, man. You've been a godsend. I owe you one. We'll go for a
Alright,
drink when I'm free. I'm a little bit
Yeah.
tied up, but when I've got a day off, I'll let you know. All right, bud.
All right, yeah. Cheers. That sounds
Cheers,
good.
my man. See you later.
Just as you're finishing up your phone call, your mega perception picks up something that you haven't heard in about 5 months, and that is police sirens outside going past.
Wow.
The police do not
No.
come to the manor very often, and you've just heard sirens go past the Rose and Crown.
Oh shit.
They Dopplered in, they Dopplered out. They weren't stopping here, but you don't hear sirens in the manor. You don't hear sirens in the Redmond Barrens.
No. Okay, I'm gonna head back into the Rose, and on my way back to the barrel, pop upstairs, quick knock on the door, stick my head in and say, sorry to interrupt you, boss, but we just had the polus go by.
You kidding?
No, man, I just heard him.
1 second. And he sits there very quietly. His eyes seem to unfocus a little bit. Fuck me.
Just thought-
Two of them just drove past. Okay.
All right then, boss.
Bizarre. Yeah, thank you for letting me know.
I'll be downstairs if you need me.
Alright. Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey, Greg, did you say you were going to...
Yeah, I was going to do the same. I was going to phone around everybody. I did a streetwise roll. Got the
Okay.
basic answers. I'm asking the same questions. Cooperman, Freya, and Griffin,
Okay.
and warning people. I got the feeling it's going to kick off. You might want to hunker down.
Alright. Make me contact roll then, please.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna get fucking messy. Oh god.
Just one.
One success. Yet, funnily enough, a friend of mine, Harry, said that he saw someone who looked like Griffin out here in the Redmond Barrens. I mean, Griffin's normally downtown, but he said he saw someone who looked like Griffin wandering around last night up here in Redmond. But then he said, I saw him, he was dressed up in a long coat and a funny top hat, but then, you know, my mate Harry's so mind blasted it could have been anyone.
Yeah, you never know. Every little bit helps. I owe you another one. Put it on the tab.
Alright, mate.
Right. Is
I'm
everybody going to meet back up in the Rose?
Yeah, I'm stopping off to make sure Kira is okay. And Warner, don't leave. Hunker down.
Oh, okay. Alright. I was gonna go out later on tonight. But if you want me to stay in,
Strongly recommend it. If you want people to come over here, that's up to you, girl. It's your flat as much as mine. I ain't going to tell you not to have mates over as long as you can vouch for them. You know what I mean? Make sure
Alright,
they're
then.
safe. Let me know, but I wouldn't go out on the streets tonight. I've got the feeling it's going to kick off.
okay. Alright. Am I alright if I stay in the building then?
Yeah, you know somebody else in the building?
I think so. I met him the other night. He was really nice. He said, you know, if I ever wanted to go and see a movie or anything, he seemed all right and he seemed kosher. But I mean, I can leave it for a bit if you want.
Let me know who he is, but seriously, tonight, I'm just really worried. Strange
Alright.
things are happening. We've got weird bikers and other gang members that don't usually come down here.
All right.
Who was it, by the way?
Oh, just some local guy. He lives in the floor below us. I saw him coming out of the building the other day. Very hard to miss because he's a huge troll.
As in,
An enormous cybered up troll with 2 cyber arms and stands about 9 foot tall. Seemed a really nice bloke.
Frizz.
Oh my god.
You didn't tell him which flat you're in, did you?
Well, yeah, we were going in the building together, and we walked up the stairs together, and he said he was over in flat 2F, and I said, "Oh, we're just above you in 3F," and he went, "Oh, well, cool.
Yeah.
I've got some friends coming round tonight. We're going to see a movie. If you want to come, pop down." And I said, "Oh, well, I might do that."
He's fucking devious, isn't he? Fucking
Alright,
hell.
Oh, sake.
Seriously, you need to not ever tell anybody where you live. You're
Oh.
too good for this world. You're too trusting. You need to not tell people this kind of stuff. Please don't leave tonight.
All right. Well, as I say, he was in the same building. I know where he lives. He lives below us.
Right.
He even gave me his number and said if they're too noisy, we can ring them up and tell them to keep the noise down. He was such a nice bloke.
I'll take that.
No. My number, my friend. You're not taking them all off me.
Oh, remember is the number.
Bookworm,
See?
I take it me and you are sat at the bar,
Unfortunately so, yeah.
and you're going to tell me about what you saw as you were coming to the bar. About
There may have been an incident.
Yes, so you've told me about
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
haven't you?
yeah.
Okay.
I would do. I'd have the chance to.
Okay.
And that
So-
I couldn't find anything weird about it, or who the person was, or there was.
So we're
I
just
couldn't
waiting on
concentrate enough.
A-grade. Just waiting on A-grade getting to the bar and see what he's found out.
Can't wait.
Yeah. Before I turn up,
Well, you called Kira, you didn't go round, so you can't take his number off her.
no, I
You
said
called her. No, you said you were going to call her.
no, this is far too important. I want to see her in person.
You
you're
did
gonna be a
say
while
that,
then.
yeah, Ficker.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to be a little while, but yeah, you can go. But you have to tell the others you're going to be disappearing for half an hour.
Oh god, yeah. So just to be clear, this matches the description of Griffin, yeah?
No, Griffin's human.
Who does this match the description of? Anybody we know?
No. Well, let's streetwise roll.
Oh no.
All available dice.
7 ones.
4 successes.
Okay, so you know that there's rumours that in the south of the manor, which is where you live, there's supposedly an old Shadowrun gang that have retired.
Okay.
And there's an enormous troll in charge called Mono,
Mono.
short for Monolith.
Excellent.
So she said she met an enormous troll with 2 cyber arms. You know there's possibly rumours of a group of Shadowrunners that have retired and live there, led by an enormous troll. Street Samurai.
Jesus.
And she's already met him, hasn't she?
Yeah.
Met him on the way in, yeah.
Met him on the way in. They walked up the stairs together. He went to 2F and she went, "Oh, I live just above."
Okay, so this isn't a contact, this is just serendipitous, but oh my god, a fucking 9-foot troll with cyber arms. And my niece met him. Oh, fucking hell.
Sorry, out of character. Griffin, but is he human or is he?
Yes, he's human.
Yeah, Griffin. As far as you're aware, Griffin's human.
Yeah.
Nobody said he's anything other than human.
The only one that got described as a different race from human was the female.
Yeah.
Freya was an elf,
Yeah.
possibly a mage.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah.
fine. It's fine. I'm just trying to. Though I don't have all the info yet, obviously, because not everybody's here. So, okay. So as soon as you get back to the bar, let me know, please. A grade.
I'm debating whether to go and knock on the door of 2F.
Oh Lord!
Oh, you
And
should-
then a grade was found in a ditch.
They are retired.
Yeah, right. But also Shadowrunners who are motivated
Yes.
by money. But how
Yes.
insulted would you be if some girl's brother came up and said, "Look, here's
brotherhood.
money, look after
I've
my
got-
sister."
I've got a pound.
Stay away from my sis. Jesus, you are tall.
I can make it £2. Fuck's sake.
I really want to go down and introduce myself, but
And then the
Like-
three of us will carry on with the mission, shall we?
Yeah.
well, you're in the
Side
center.
plots, side plots,
Yeah,
side missions.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
Fucking hell.
right, I'm going to say to Kieran, look, don't leave the building, but you know, I trust you, but be careful. Yeah.
Sorry, what was the description of the? There was somebody with a long coat and a top hat. Was that a human or a troll?
That was Griffin.
That was Griffin.
Yeah.
So, okay.
I am going to knock on 2F's door.
Okay. Dun, dun, dun. You notice that the door is modified. It's not human-sized, it's troll-sized. It goes almost all the way up to the ceiling and is twice as wide as the normal door. And the door opens, and filling the doorway is a huge 9-foot troll that is got 2 cyber arms. He's got a little cigar cheroot. Think Hellboy, but much bigger and tougher. And he
I've got a
goes
stick somewhere.
somewhere. I don't have it to hand. Yes.
Listen, man, I'm sure this isn't needed, but the word on the street is it's kicking off out there. If you've got, you know, people not as capable and competent as your good self, I'd say stay off the street. It's what I said to my relative in the flat above. I just wanted to let you know as one neighbour to another.
And you are
My name on the street is A-grade.
pleased to meet you, A-grade. You can call me Mono. I'm
Mono.
guessing you're talking about Kira upstairs, are you?
I am. She spoke very highly of you, sir.
Yeah, well, you don't have to worry about me, but I appreciate the warning at least.
Well,
Are you going to come down and visit us tonight as well? We're watching a movie. I'm getting some of the boys over. We've invited Kira. You're welcome to join us if you want.
I got stuff to do, man. You know how it is, but if it kicks off, I'll be sure to let you know because I've just got a bad feeling. You know how you do when things are happening on the street? Fucking hell.
Hello.
Oh, fuck, what we got? Shit.
That's Mono.
Oh, fucking hell.
That's
Mono.
that's A-grade's keeper.
Hello, Mono. Fucking hell.
Ask me again how glad I am I went in all friendly and subtle. I want to turn this guy into a contact because he sounds nails, but I also want to suss him out and see if he's okay for Kira to go down with. So, what would be the, I don't know, intuition? What kind of role would it be?
It's rapport. It's rapport.
Wits.
Wits and rapport. To read people.
I don't put any points in rapport, so just wits.
Wits, and you start at -1. You're not good at reading people.
I can't read the guy, it's just too new, it's too big and intimidating.
Yeah.
So, I'll say to him, if it does kick off out there, I'll take it as a real personal favour. If you, you know, I don't like to say this about somebody who's a friend and a relative, but if you could stop Kira from going out, I don't want to impose and say protect her because you already know her. But do you know what I mean? She's a relative and I care for her. You look like you can take care of yourself.
I've invited her over tonight to watch movies. If she comes round tonight and watches movies, she will be safe as long as she stays in my apartment. I promise you that, little man.
You're a star. I understand. Thank you. I'm going to put this on the ledger as I'm owing you one. I'll catch
All right.
you. Bye.
Hands up.
Talk to you later. Nice to meet you, A-grade.
Nice
Right.
to meet you.
I forgot to do something. I've got to go
I'm
back
gonna
up and see.
Get back up to Kira and say, get down there, watch a movie, eat popcorn, all right?
And I forgot. I need to go and see Mr.
Because-
Johnson one more time.
Sunshine.
Sorry,
Did you say Mr. Sunshine?
Yes.
Okay.
Right, so I'm
So
gonna-
A-grade comes out from the phone booth, and you're on your way up to see Mr. Sunshine.
No, he went round there.
Oh, he went round, didn't he? So, yeah,
a
good.
while.
Right. Knock, knock, knock. Sorry, boss. I know I'm a pain in the arse. I keep coming in tonight and disturbing you. One little bit more of information that I've got. Seems like there's a bit of a shadow runner running around. Goes by the name of Cooperman. But he's also known by the Blood Rumblers as Can. Don't know if that helps you at all. He's
I'll make a note of it.
He's hanging
I'll make a
around with
note
the
of it.
Blood Rumblers recently. It's a new acquisition. Thought I'd let you know. I'm off downstairs again. Sorry to disturb you.
That's all right.
Just
Thank
passing,
you. I'll make a
passing
note.
info on.
All right.
See you later, boss.
See you later.
Right. God. This is going to get fucking messy. Oh, God. Ah! Right, and I'm going to talk to you. Scribe.
Who?
Scribe.
He's been sat in the bar just slowly drinking himself into a stupor. 'Cause
Well,
he
I mean,
can.
yeah, it's like I have milk to drink for a day. I'm struggling. I
Listen-
need some
Listen,
booze.
wee man, I've got a theory here. I might be wrong. I might be completely wrong.
Oh, good. I hope you are.
But from what the info I've got, this Griffin guy that we're looking for, this Griffin guy that we've been looking for, the word on the street is he's completely sided up, completely off his fucking trolley. He's half robot,
Mm.
and I get the feeling he's off the rails, and he might have something to do with this young lady getting chopped to pieces.
Right. How can I help you there?
I'm just passing info on.
Well, I appreciate it. Well, I mean, I'd like
Plus,
to. You know,
his boss, the other guy we're looking for, this Cooperman, who also likes to be called Can, is
okay.
hanging around with the Blood Rumblers, who's been seen running through the fucking streets when they shouldn't be.
Okay, right.
It's
right,
getting
right, right.
fucking messy, boy. I don't know if
Mm.
anybody you know might be able to pass some info on, or if you can get in touch with it. I don't know. Get me a fucking drink.
Yeah, you get yourself a drink. That's a brilliant idea. I'm gonna see. I can see. I'll see if I can make contact with. I've got someone else I can try and speak to.
Notice them.
Right, both of you are talking, Cass and Bookworm. You both have make a perception. Now, in Seattle, the ambulance sirens are different from the police sirens, are different from the fire brigade sirens. As you're talking, both of your mega perceptions pick up fire brigade sirens go past the Rose and Crown.
Dude.
That's police and fire. Fucking hell.
What?
I'm in
What
the
the
Rose
hell?
and Crown too. And
Why are they in this part of the world?
yes.
You hear it as well.
I'm telling you, boy, there's something going on. There's something big about to happen.
Look, do we need to get out there and check what's going on?
I think we're safer here, to be honest.
Well, all right. I'm going to make my contact. Look, I'm keen to find out more about what's going on with the emergency services.
We need to know.
We do.
Were they heading south to north?
You were inside. It was just a Doppler. It approached and it went away.
So we don't know which way we were going. Either the Yakuza's in trouble, or they're planning something big. There's something going on. Where the fuck is A grade?
I'm wrong, fucking hell.
Probably on the pull.
Right.
I'm not
If I-
letting a 9-foot troll shag me.
If I've passed out before he gets here, make sure I'm up by 10 o'clock and pass what I know on A grade. I might just go and have a bit of a lie down, to be quite honest.
Sounds like sense to me. I'm going to contact. Yeah, I've got one person I can contact.
What time is it? In game. Sorry, in game.
In game, probably going on for say about 8:30 now. You've been there a
That's
couple
what
of
I was
hours.
thinking about. Can I
Yeah,
have
yeah,
one
you've
more?
been. Yeah.
I'm gonna go and sit in a chair and put my head
Oh,
on the table for an hour.
Fuck you, meditation dice. Oh, wait a minute. That's 5.
How long is it going to take me to get to Dr. Bob?
Dr. Bob, make me streetwise roll, please.
Oh, street ones. That comes out. So that one.
Is that a
and
new
one
kind
was
of
a-
Zen meditation? Fuck you.
Oh dear, that's just manipulation, isn't it? So I haven't got money in that. That's one of them.
If I don't get a phone back,
Come on.
I'm going to make a phone call.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I got one.
Unfortunately, you're not even sure where Dr. Bob's is.
Shit.
You should practice some of Magpie's Zen meditation. The fuck
I
you
should have perhaps
meditation.
rung around first to find out. Oh well. I got no idea where I'm going. I'm walking out into the street and going, where the fuck am I going to go now? No,
I don't.
I need a beer.
You notice the faint detection of blue and red lights reflecting off buildings just slightly north of here. You can't see what it is, but you can see the reflections on the concrete of the buildings.
How far away am I looking? I mean, like, is it like runnable?
Yeah, it's runnable. Funnily enough, it's in the direction of where you live.
Oh fuck! That way then. I'm going that way.
Don't
Okay.
forget, you got to wake me up at 10.
While I'm running, I'm
flashing
gonna
lights.
ping at A grade, going, what the fuck is going on out here?
Hey, Greg, you're on your way back now. You're coming up from the south. You're not heading north, so you're in an opposite direction to Bookworm. But you're heading back to the Rose and Crown when he pings you.
Why, what's up, dude?
Blue lights, red lights. There's shit going down. I'm running that way. Follow me.
Yeah. The police in here? In the Barrens?
I'm not sure if it's police, fire. I think it might be fire.
Okay, I'm getting there as soon as I can.
15 minutes jog.
Flight and teleport, flight and invisibility, and I'm spending the mana.
Ping, 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 ping.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's got-
you've got mega stamina bookworm, so you can keep a light jog up for hours.
Yeah.
So it only takes you about 10 minutes. And as you round the corner, you'll see a fire engine trying to put out a huge fire in your apartment building.
In my apartment itself, or just the building?
The flames are licking out of your window. Somebody has firebombed your apartment.
Oh, for
So that's what it looks like. There's people on the street.
I will
People on the
say,
street.
the only thing I took out of the apartment was Teehee. I left her bag behind. I left everything behind. The only thing I took out was Teehee, and I've got the tickets on me.
And the
they
computer.
had bugs in her computer. They had a tracker.
Shit.
They knew where it got taken to.
Fuck.
A grade, A grade, A grade. Listen, something's gone down. My apartment is on fire. Ping everyone.
Done. Straight away.
Who are you pinging first?
You. Then Cass. My old apartment, Bookworm's new apartment, is on fire. They tracked us. They either had thermite inside the computers or they sent a firebomb to where they tracked the computer to.
Does his ping wake me up?
I don't know. Does it
Um,
You were just drinking.
No, but I
question.
I went for a lie down. I told you to wake me up at 10
you
o'clock.
did, yeah.
You didn't tell me, so I don't know. I'm just going straight to Mr. Sunshine, knock on his door. Have
I've
we
got my
any
head
traffic
down on a
detectives?
table.
Give me 1 second. I'm just going to check psychic link. I don't think it'll say.
I think you should have a chance because it is the equivalent to shouting in somebody's ear.
So,
It's like a phone call.
what the
It's like a
fuck?
phone call.
What the fuck is it, A grade?
Okay, then in that case, make me perception and psychic link roll.
For
Good
me,
shout.
right?
Yeah.
Perception 3 plus psychic link 1.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. And that gives me 1, 2, 2.
Okay, at first you can't get through, and then you turn the volume up, and you yell, and you wake him up.
What the fuck? What the fuck are you on, A grade? Get your fucking arse to the rose. We need to talk.
We do, but my old place, Bookworm's new place, has been firebombed.
You're fucking kidding me.
No, I can see the fucking flames coming out of the window myself. It is the exact window, the exact room we were just in 2 hours ago with Teehee.
It's a good job I hadn't settled in there, isn't it?
Oh, bollocks. Bollocks.
You paid though.
Tell you what, guys, we need to get together. Things are
Bollocks.
getting fucking bad.
Rose and Crown, right now.
Absolutely. Everyone.
After
Yeah.
the ping, I will go straight to
Ping.
Mr. Sunshine and I say, sorry to disturb you. I think it's all connected. We may need to do a test for a tracker on TV.
Right.
Mm.
Okay.
Apparently, the place we took her to originally has just been firebombed. Now, I left all the stuff we took. The only things I brought with me are the 2 tickets that are on my person and Teehee herself. Everything else got left behind. But for security's sake, I think we should test her and the tickets for
Vivisection.
a tracker.
All right. I'll get her searched and checked.
Vivisection.
I'll stick these in my safe. I'll call you when I've got them checked. If you need them before then, come and talk to me and I'll get them out of the safe.
Thank you.
Oh, for fuck's sake, guys.
Mm.
Right. Sorry.
I told you people wanted her dead.
Yeah.
Reality check 5 to 11.
Can I go make a phone
Yeah.
call?
Oh, don't say that. We've been having the most intense fucking roleplay in this session.
I know, but
I
it's
know.
5 to 11.
I want to make a
As Bookworm warms himself against the fire, and A-Grade is nearby, although Bookworm hasn't seen him because A-Grade said he was going invisible
I did.
and flying. We've got Cass and Magpie still in the Rose and Crown. The call has gone out for everyone to meet back at the Rose and Crown to A-Grade. So A-Grade, you're going to have to make yourself, you're either going to have to ping Bookworm and drag him away from there. Although I suspect Bookworm might not want to leave, but we'll see.
On a side note, what new language do I know? Because I just realised I've gone up at 1 level that I can learn another language.
You can learn another 3, 4.
Is it 3 or 4? Oh my god! I know every language. Oh yeah, of course.
We've already gone through your list, and I'd said you can.
I thought I could add more. Didn't I get something? I got my mega intelligence on top, though, didn't I? So I didn't count for that, did I?
You got your mega intelligence.
My
and
intelli-
learning.
My
You get
inte-
so many points of linguistics you buy, but you also bought linguistic genius, which
did.
is 3 times the number. So instead of having 3 languages, you've got 9 additional languages. Now you wrote 7 out, and
I did.
said to you with. You can keep 2 by, and with a small amount of practice, you can learn 2 on the spot with your
Ah.
mega intelligence.
That was it.
You
I remember
also
now.
Did 7, including Sparatheal, which is the Elven language, and a couple of others.
Thank you.
All right. We'll call it. I mean, I don't know who's got work in the morning. I don't, but I'm sure other people do.
Yeah.
So there might be
Yeah,
wise for us to call
I
it.
do. I think it's time for a bottle of wine.
Well,
Time for a bottle of wine.
You need to stop thinking about how to ask people to shag you in 13 different languages and get back to now.
I'm thinking more about the lines of how to put out a fire in 13 languages. That would be great.
Oh dear.
There are quite a few people stood outside watching. I mean, this is the best street theatre they've had in some time.
Bunch of slags.
Oh dear.
Get
I'm dreading it. I think the shit's gonna hit the fan in it big time.
It's all connected.
Yep.
you know when
assault on precinct 13 and everybody fucking attacking the Rose and Crown.
I was going to say, do you know that point in an adventure where you think you're ticking along okay, the next monster comes along, it's a bit hard but you cope, and the next monster's a bit harder but you still cope, and then all of a sudden the next monster comes in and it's like, have we taken a wrong turning? Oh fuck! That's what it feels like is about to happen.
The GM is sick of your bullshit. Here's an iron golem.
No, it'll be interesting to see what Miss Johnson's got to make of all this.
If she survives.
Whatever.
If she's still alive, yes.
Right, so to paraphrase Macbeth, when shall we five meet again?
Sorry?
When shall we five meet again?
Next week.
Back to standard rotation, isn't it?
Well, next Tuesday is standard rotation if everyone can make a week tomorrow.
Yeah.
Let me just check. I am good. I
It's in the
think
diary.
I am.
Got it as a repeating fucking event.
Well, I had it and then took it out because we changed and back and forth and back and forth. I can put it back in. Yes, that would work out lovely. I don't think I have. Oh, what did I do then? So that's the
30th.
30th.
A week tomorrow.
That is Don's
There it is.
the calendar.
Are you good with that, Dave?
Yeah, I'm fine.
A week
Yeah.
tomorrow? Yeah.
I've got to change the name because it's still down as Lawson's D&D, but you know the general feeling is there.
All right.
Any XP?
Finally,
Any XP?
I will give you, because you did some good roleplay today, and we haven't had as many issues as we normally have. So how about 5 XP?
Fucking get
Mega stamina! Mega stamina!
You're playing heroin.
So that's my intimidation paid for. Fantastic.
Yeah, really good. Right, I'll add that to your sheets. So that's 22nd of the 5th, 5 XP.
Wow.
Done.
Let's go in. Oh, cancel. Let's go in there.
I'm getting closer to my wish list.
Wow.
I have
And I now have 0 XP.
No. So you're still off work at the moment, eh, Lawson?
I am at the moment, yes.
Lucky sod. Yeah, it's.
No,
You
yes,
bastards, I had one.
I am in pain.
Yeah,
So
I know
it's-
that, but you're not putting up with the pain of these bloody tent poles or flag poles or what the hell they want to call them. They're just.
true.
There was a PCS sent an email out saying, "You do know that they're doing this all wrong," and management are trying to hide it and ignore it and say, "No. Yeah, it's all going to kick off at work as well."
Well, I've already spent it.
Jesus.
It comes and it goes.
You know, that kid I said, oh, I'm a long way from my, buffer. It's because I suddenly realised, oh shit, I need this, I need this, I need this, so that I don't die when I teleport.
Oh, good shout. What was the thing I bought that I couldn't put on my sheet and you had to do it for yourself on your sheet and I forgot to do it on mine?
It was an extra
It was, but
telepathy.
no.
Surreptitious.
Surreptitious, that's the one.
Surreptitious
An
telepathy.
extra form telepathy.
That's
I put it
in.
on your sheet.
That's enhancement, is it? No, it's not. Enhancement.
I'll tell you what I'll do is I'll make sure all your count sheets are right and I will send them out.
Ah.
I'll post them all to you individually tomorrow.
That'd be
I think you already
perfect.
know, but it's mega stamina regeneration.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, I've closed it down on the cloud, so if you want to go into the cloud and open it up and change it there.
Amazing.
Okay.
That
A
was
week tomorrow, 8 days. That was good, boys and girls.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah,
a lot,
enjoyed it.
lots of interesting stuff. That was fun. Take
Yeah.
care, everybody.
And we
Oh,
got
it's-
more XP because we role played.
And it's going to get worse.
It's like we're growing up.
Oh,
Started
no.
working well together. Yay.
Right.
All right, then, well, I'm going to go. I will see you all later.
Good night, all.
I'll stop the
You're
stream
all-
this time.
You're all lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah, Kaz, stay awake next time.